All right, you guys, this your boy back at y'all with another one. Shouts out to the LDBC. Let's talk about this. On this particular day in NBA history, we're going to talk about Kobe Bryant's 81-point game against the Toronto Raptors on January 22nd, 2006. First and foremost, I was want the Black Mamba to know, rest in peace. We always remember you. We'll never forget you. 4 more days until we commemorate the 1-year anniversary of the untimely passing of Kobe Bean Bryant. Now, this was a regular season game against the Toronto Raptors. This was a Sunday night game. Back then, when the Lakers were at home on Sunday night, they always donned their white jerseys. And, regular season game, a lot of people were focused on the NFL conference championship games during that time. So, not a whole lot was made up of it leading up to the game, just a regular season game, right? Until Kobe did the unthinkable. Now, up until his 81-point game, right? There was only a handful of times this was done. It was done 9 times up until Kobe Bryant dropped that 81-point game. And Wilt Chamberlain has 6 of them. He has 6 games where he scored over 70 points. He has 6 of them. David Robinson was the last person up until Kobe Bryant's 81-point game to drop more than 70 points, and that was during his MVP season in 1994. And that was en route to his scoring title. He had 70. Matter of fact, it was 71 points in the regular season finale against the Clippers that will enable him to win the scoring title. What's up, 2 Raw? Hey, I'm going to send you a link. You'll be the only one I'll let in here for this one. But, yeah, the other people up until Kobe Bryant scored 81 points outside of Wilt Chamberlain and David Robinson. Were Elgin Baylor and I can't remember the last person, but yeah. The last person to do it was Devin Booker. He just did it recently a few years ago where he dropped 70 on the Boston Celtics. That's the last time. But let's talk about this. So 81 points, 28-46 shooting, like my man 2 Raw said in the chat room. 7 to 13 from 3, 18 to 20 from the foul line. That season, he led the league in scoring with 35.4 points per game. This coming from a coach. Now, Phil Jackson almost pulled Kobe Bryant from the game with the score out of reach after he scored 77 points. Now, this was 1 point shy of Chamberlain's 70-point mark he set in 1961. And Phil Jackson reconsidered after talking with the late Frank Hamblin, who was Phil Jackson's assistant coach. They were like, look, if you pull him out the game, it's going to be a riot. Yeah, David Thompson. Yeah, David Thompson. Yeah, that was the guy. That was the guy I left out. Now, we're going to go by this game by the numbers. What's up, Mr. Paz? I see you up in here, man. So in the first quarter in that game, Kobe Bryant scored 10 points on 10 shots. They were down by 7. The Lakers were down 36-27 in the first quarter. I'm 36-29 in the first quarter. I'm sorry. And he scored 10 points on 10 shots. Second quarter, the halftime score, the Lakers were down by 14 points. It was sloppy play in that game, and then he had a streak going. One thing that wasn't talked about is the streak that he had shooting free throws. So that's one thing that was lost in all that. He missed a free throw at the end of the second quarter that broke a streak of 62 consecutive free throws made. Right? So Lakers were down by 14 at that point. Kobe was, needless to say, he was pissed. He was sitting down, didn't say anything to anybody. And that third quarter, I'm gonna tell you right now, that third quarter, that's when Kobe got the cooking. What you got on this too, Raw?
Yeah, like I said, I talked to you, behind the scenes. I actually didn't see the game live because of personal things going on in my life at the time. But I definitely remember that the day after, like it was, how like a lot of people have buzz after they might score 50 or LeBron might score 50. No, this was a whole different level. Okay, like for an NBA player to score 81 points in a game, especially in that era where you still had some semblance of defense left, was phenomenal. Like I remember other scores, like other teams that were playing, like in the locker room at halftime, if they had a chance, they were looking at the live feed of that game. That's how like noteworthy it was. I remember Tracy McGrady, I think he was playing a game that night, and when he found out that Kobe was like approaching 70, he was like, whoa, because McGrady's career high is 62, which is a lot.
Right.
Like when Kobe was getting to 70, like this is like different type of stratosphere. So when he passed Elgin Baylor's franchise mark and went past like 72 and 73, that's when everybody was like, okay, wow, like we're seeing something that's historic, And another thing I just want to touch on too, a lot of people in hindsight will say, oh, well, it was against the Raptors. But look, before Kobe went off in that game, I believe the Lakers were trailing.
Yeah, they were down.
They were down.
Like, at halftime, they were down by 14 points.
Right, they were down. So, Kobe's explosion in the second half of that game, I think he scored 55 points in the second half of that game. But they kind of needed all of that points, and it was just such a remarkable performance. It turned what was a double-digit, deficit into a blowout. But it was Kobe. Like it was what he was doing in the second half of that game was almost some 2K, like on cheat code type thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never seen it before, like in my life ever.
This dude had 53 points at the end of the third quarter. He had 53.
Right. I've never seen anything like before in my life. Even watching Jordan, I've never seen Jordan go the entire game. I've seen him do it for quarters, but not an entire game like that. Like, I mean, it was unbelievable what he did that night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was insane. I'm 53 points at the end of three, man.
And the thing about it, what makes it so incredible to me is if you watch Kobe Bryant his whole career, you knew he was capable of this because there were games where Phil didn't let him loose the entire night. Like I remember a game against the Memphis Grizzlies. I think it was the Memphis Grizzlies where he had 56 points in three quarters. Yep. I remember a game against the Denver Nuggets. It might have been that same season where he had 51 points in 3 quarters. The month before the 81-point game, I know you probably remember this game, and people that were watching remember that season remember, he had 62 points in 3 quarters against the Dallas Mavericks.
Yep.
He actually outscored Dallas by himself 62-61, but I think Phil took him out. That game, honestly, I thought Kobe could have scored 90 the way he was going. So it's not like an isolated that game is not like the 81-point game is not like an isolated like burst game, like say Tony Delk scoring 50 points even though he only averaged 8 points. No, the 81-point game was the opportunity where Kobe got to do what he could do for 48 minutes pretty much flat.
Mm-hmm.
He could have done it in other games, but he just didn't have the opportunity to do so.
Now, I know one dude that was getting cooked a lot in that game was Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose played for the Toronto Raptors during that time.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he was getting moited.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he was getting murdered. Whenever I watch that game, it makes me wonder, what could he have done? What could the 20? How old was he then at the time? 20.
So I was wrong on the number. The first quarter, it was 14 points in the first quarter. So it's 14.
Okay, so 14 points.
Yeah, it was 14 points in the first quarter, 12 points in the second quarter, 27 in the third quarter, and then 28 in the fourth.
Yeah, I definitely remember the 55 and a half. I remember that, like,
that's
wow.
Insane.
Yeah, 55 points and a half. Only one other player scored more points and a half, and that was Wilt. I think he had 59.
I mean, that is just, man.
Yeah.
And in that season, neither the Lakers were struggling, and then the Toronto Raptors weren't very good either.
Yeah, that's another thing too. And I've always said this about Kobe, man. I understand the politics plays a role in these things, but for watching that season, I really still don't understand how Steve Nash won the league MVP that year. I can understand 2005 because they won 62 games.
Mm-hmm.
And I know some people bring up arguments, well, Steve Nash scored 17 points and blah, 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 to give these, excuses. But when you look at that roster, that Lakers roster that year, 2005, 2006, there ain't no way in hell that team should have won 45 games in that loaded conference and even be up 3-1 against Phoenix later on in that playoffs. Kobe should have won league MVP, in my opinion, that year.
And you know what? That's a testament to Phil Jackson, because remember before Phil Jackson went there before, I think it was Rudy Tomjanovich, and then he stepped down, and then it was Frank Hamblin.
Right.
So, man, that game, yeah, they won 45 games that year. They were they were middle of the league in defensive rating and offensive rating. No, I take that back. No, they were 7th in no, they were 8th in offensive rating, and they were 15th in defensive rating. So they lost, they were up 3-1 on the Suns, and then they ended up losing that series or whatever like that, man. But I mean,
the only reason why they were probably, I would say the only reason it ranked that high was because of offensive rating, because of the load Kobe was carrying it.
Yeah.
Because outside of Kobe, like, I'm trying to give people an idea about how great a load, a burden he was carrying that year. When you adjust for pace in NBA history, Kobe scored more of a percentage of his team points that year than any other player in NBA history. Yep. Even more than Wilt's 50 points per game, because the Warriors that year were averaging 120-some points a game. The Lakers were only averaging like 98, 99 points a game when Kobe was putting up 35 points a game. Like, it's unbelievable what he was doing.
Yeah, really. And shout out to Dan Hall in the building, man. I see you up in here, man. But for real though, man, I mean, it was just something that. Now I'm gonna share a screen with you. Right? We're gonna go through the advanced numbers and whatnot, right? And we try to put this, iconic feat in this proper context. All right. So, look, Kobe Bryant took 46 shots, right? And then you had, so Lamar Odom took 7, 18, 23, 31, 35, 36, 41. So the rest of the team combined took 42 shots. Look at Kobe Bryant's usage rate. 56%. Oh my goodness gracious, man. That's insane, bro. A 56% usage rate. Look at his offensive rating, a 158. I've never seen it that. Good God Almighty, I've never seen it that high.
No.
I've never seen no one's offensive rating that freaking high. Normally I see it like in the 130s or whatnot.
Right.
And yeah, not no 158. That's crazy. And then if I do see somebody offensive rating that high, I need to see how many minutes they've been playing. Normally someone's offensive rating that high, they probably got some, couple minutes in garbage time or whatnot. They were hot like fire. You know what I'm saying? But they probably don't play. But this dude, 158 offensive rating, that's man. Nobody had a usage rate above 20.
What did was Chris? I'm trying to remember. Did Chris Bosh play that game?
Chris Bosh?
Yeah.
I think he did.
For some reason, I can't.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay,
he played 42 minutes in that game. Had a 127 defensive rating, but man, look at these guys. Look at the defensive rating in that game. Jalen Rose 129, Chris Bosh 127, Mike James 130. God, awful. Morris Peterson 135, Matt Bonner 130. Oh, just this. Man.
Well, yeah, I do remember the Raptors were one of the worst defensive teams in the league, but still.
Jesus Christ Almighty, man.
But yeah. It don't matter what type of defense you're talking about. Like, to score 81 points in the NBA is sensational, especially when it's not stat pad. He wasn't stat padding at all in that game. It was coming in the flow of the game. Yeah, he didn't stat pad.
He couldn't stat pad. They needed every last one of those points.
Right. They needed all of them.
What up, Sean, Orjacor, and Gideon? What's up, y'all? I appreciate y'all for being up in here. Yeah, man. This is, man. Go ahead, Tura. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was going to say, unlike, a certain guy that plays in the NBA today, Yeah, that's his name was. Yeah, they needed all of those points, you know what I'm saying, that he got. And, I mean, some of those shots that he was making, like I said, it was just unbelievable shots he was making in that game.
Mm-hmm.
And he was doing it all over the court. It wasn't just like a Steph Curry outside, invasion. He did make 7 threes, but it was the mid range, and he was taking it to the basket. You know what I'm saying? He had a complete offensive game. You know what I'm saying? And you saw it on display constantly during that season. But the 81-point game was just a perfect situation where he was able to be on, and because of the fact that they were down and nobody else was doing anything, as you can clearly see from the numbers, he had to shoot And, that's a situation where they needed those 81 points, as opposed to sometimes me and you, other people will point out how a guy might statistically have a lot of points in a game, but they're stat padding because they're making the offense stagnant by just shooting the ball and not getting others involved. Mm-hmm.
Hey, get this, right? So we doing a video right now about Kobe Bryant 81-point game. Why ESPN put an alert out about Kobe Bryant's 81-point game? Tell you they be watching our shit, man.
Man, I'm telling you, man. I be telling people this. And they look at my videos like, man, why would you ESPN care about your little channel? I'm like, all right, I tell you what. I tell people this. Put Too Raw for TV in a YouTube search and see how many ESPN videos pop up.
Mm-hmm. Man.
They look at our stuff.
Yeah, they be watching our stuff, man. Yeah, they watch our stuff all day long. But going back to the game, he was, man, I'm telling you, man, Kobe Bryant was unbelievable, man. This dude was unbelievable with his ability to make. I mean, this dude makes some difficult shots, bro.
Yeah.
His footwork.
His footwork was impeccable. I mean, like I said, he could score anywhere on the court, and people have to remember, because people always like to bring up his field goal percentage. Well, when you're constantly being doubled and triple teamed, and you don't have another guy that, that kind of can help you as far as drawing defense away from you, to shoot 45% from the floor for a guard in that era is like shooting 50% from the floor now.
Yeah.
That's what they're not understanding.
I mean, this guy, somebody that perfected the game, man. Someone who always approaches the game with a killer mentality. What's up, Jeffrey Weaver? Salute to you, man. For real. This dude approached the game every night with the killer mentality. With like, look, I'm coming, like kill mode every night. And if we go back before he dropped 81 points, what was even more? Remember, he had that stretch of like 50-point games and all that. This dude would go to he would fly to Eagle, Colorado for his trial, and then come back and drop goddamn on 50 in a game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This is a guy I remember. I know you're talking about the 2002. I think it was 2002, 2003 season, and he had like a stretch of 9 consecutive games where he scored at least 40 points.
Right.
And he only ended that streak at the behest of Phil Jackson, because Phil Jackson was like, okay, Shaq's get back, we want to get the big fella involved. I wonder if you can kind of defer to him. And I think that night Kobe had 38. Could have scored 40 again, but, in the back of his mind, he was like, okay, well, let me end it. So won't be no drama. And, he kind of reverted back to being like a co-star, or kind of letting Shaq slightly have the lead in the, in the tandem. But Kobe could have continued that for as long as he wanted to.
Right.
And another thing I remember about that game, that season 2002, 2003, is he had a game against the Sonics where he dropped 12 threes, which was an NBA record. Mm-hmm. And it was crazy considering that he's not considered a great three-point shooter, but he held the record for threes for almost a decade.
Yeah. I mean, this dude, I mean, what more can you say about this guy, man? Now, man, answered out, and, like I said before, you got a lot of guys that, remember that game. They were saying that was the greatest game they ever called. A lot of reporters were saying that. And then, even in that season, the Lakers were, they were a mediocre team. They were only 21-19.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember how they started off that season, but I want to say they were under 500 at one point in that season.
Yeah.
I want to say they were under 500. And of course, the main reason why they even finished 8 games above 500 is because of Kobe. And because the year before that, 2004, 2005, Kobe kind of had, like, by his standards, a poor, not poor season, but he didn't have a great season by his standards, 2004, 2005. So there was all this talk about, well, he needs Shaq. He needs Shaq. He needs Shaq. Lakers made a mistake. And then the next season, 2005, 2006, he put a complete end to all that nonsense. Complete end. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Complete. I mean, he was a beast.
I mean,
beast mode.
Man. Easily one of the top 5 players ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Man, look.
Yeah. 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 And, as much as this pains me to say this as a Jordan fan, if the league hadn't rescinded that Chris Paul trade back when Chris Paul was a superstar, it could be a conversation there, man, because they probably would have won at least 1, maybe 2 more championships if they had Chris Paul. At that time, you know what I'm saying? And be as it may, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he just had a phenomenal career. Unfortunately, he had a tragic end to his life, but that game, that season, I've never seen a guard since then play at that level, or NBA player be that feared. That's why when people keep talking about LeBron and I mean, look, I think LeBron's great, man, but I watch Kobe. I watch Jordan. I just don't see that with, I'm not trying to make it about that, but I just see it's a different level, and it's hard to explain to people. It's a different respect level that they got. It's just different.
I mean, they really had nobody on that goddamn own team, bro, outside of him. Maybe you could make a case for Lamar Odom, but if it weren't for Kobe Bryant, they would not make the playoffs that year. They wouldn't have. You making the playoff with Chris Mim and Smush Parker? Smush Parker, he's so bad. But yeah. I mean, Jesus, man, this man is a beast. And Dan Hall, I see all that stuff you putting in the comment section, man. Stop disrespecting Kobe. You know what I'm saying? We here to appreciate his greatness, and here you are trying to be a contrarian. This ain't the time for you to be a contrarian. There's a lot of other days you could be a contrarian. We're talking about the 81-point game. Here you are talking that nonsense in the comment section. Cut that out.
Whoa. Whoa. His overall understanding of the game hurt his, and his IQ is low. Man, you don't know what the hell you talking about. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. What the hell is you talking about, bro?
And they did make the playoffs in 2006, you idiot.
They sure as hell did. They were up 3-1 on Phoenix. Did you forget that?
They weren't expected to make the playoffs that year. What is he talking about?
I don't know. I wanted to bring him. I should open. You know what? You know what? I got my apron on and my goddamn spatula. You know what I'm saying? Let's cook a motherfucker real quick. Come on in here, Dan Hall. I need you to come on in here and plead your case to the to the court. You know what I'm saying? Man. Okay, so Iverson made the finals with some bums. All right. You conveniently leave out that the Eastern. Well, I won't say that. You know, I'm not gonna say that. Look, lightning strikes a bottle, right? Lightning strikes a bottle every once in a while, right? No one's disputing what Allen Iverson did. No one's disputing that. But we ain't talking about Allen Iverson. We talk about Kobe Bryant.
You know what was crazy? What's crazy about these guys, LB, is that Allen Iverson himself would tell you Kobe was greater than him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You got a lot of players that play in the league that say Kobe Bryant's top 5 all time. Here you come. No, he's not. He's number 11. Number 11, you put Kobe Bryant on number 11. See what people, man, look, if you look, don't go out to LA saying that shit, okay? You probably going to get shot, all right? What's up, wouldn't you like to know? What's up, man? Salute to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Kobe Bryant is one of the greatest players ever. And games like this is evidence of that. Man, when we talk about the will to win, the will to go out there and be a killer every night, this is what, man, look, they were down by 14 points. Kobe Bryant didn't say shit to nobody. He was mad, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you leave it to these guys now, they'll sit up there, they'll coke and joke on the sideline. They could be down for like 40. They'll be sitting up there coking and joking and having all kinds of fucking plans on the sidelines and shit. So it's like, you know,
I remember Gilbert Arenas. I think this was the next year, right? Gilbert Arenas dropped 60 on the Lakers. I think it was an overtime game or a double overtime game. I think it was overtime.
Mm-hmm.
And they won. And Kobe had 45. And Gilbert Arenas was talking smack after that game, right? The very next game that they played, Gilbert Arenas shot 8 for 30 from the floor because Kobe put that D on his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he wanted to make an example out of you, Kobe would do so, no matter who it was. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of revisionist history going on right now, and if people would take notice, if they could pay attention, it started almost immediately after he passed away, so he can't defend himself. And it's a lot of them people who he burned during their careers, like a Paul Pierce. Like, you know, you got some people out there now who think Paul Pierce is on the level of Kobe. Are you serious?
Man, look, hold on, time out too, Raw. Why he didn't make did you forget they played each other in the finals that year and Kobe Bryant, they won 4 games to 1? They did a gentleman's sweep. What did you talk? Man, you know what? You know what? I don't care. I ain't trying to get my blood pressure up, bro. Straight up, bro. Seriously.
Dan Hall. Look.
Hey, you about to be on Arsenio Hall. You keep on talking that shit. And Arsenio Hall ain't on TV no more.
Iverson didn't play with great talent offensively. That's true. But collectively, the team he played on in 2001 were probably more talented than the team Kobe played on in 2006. Because George Lynch and Aaron McKee, you know what I'm saying, and Roger Bell, those guys were pretty good defensive players. The Kevin Mutombo is a Hall of Famer.
Overrated? The disrespect. I should put you in timeout, but I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. I don't want nobody to make it look like I'm some kind of tyrant, even though it's my channel, my rules, and all that type of shit. But I don't want to look like no tyrant. But you're dead wrong on that assessment, homie. I love you to death, Dan Hall. I love you like a brother. But you're dead wrong about this one. Overrated? Kobe Bryant, overrated. Them two words shouldn't even be in the same sentence.
How in the world is he overrated in today's world? Well, they keep underrating him.
Overrated? Kobe Bryant. Overrated. Man, look. Don't go around telling people that shit, okay? Hey, look, if you at your job right now and you telling people right now that Kobe Bryant overrated, look, you might get fired, depending if your boss a Lakers fan. Hopefully your boss not a Lakers fan. Because if you tell your boss that Kobe Bryant overrated, hey, I might see you at the unemployment line on Monday. And Kobe Bryant did make the playoffs. What you say? Dude, Kobe Bryant made the playoffs. What about Hakeem? We not talking about Hakeem. Stop trying to pivot. Stop trying to pivot. Stop trying to pivot. I don't like when you guys pivot. Like, well, what about Hakeem? What about Hakeem? We ain't talking about him. He made the playoffs, dude. He made the playoffs. Man, go ahead, too.
Look, I mean, okay. I think what he's trying to insinuate is he's trying to talk about players who won championships with not great supporting cast. First of all, Iverson's supporting cast was still better than Kobe's supporting cast in 2006. Raja Bell and Aaron McKee and George Lynch and them, yeah, they couldn't score really, but they were some defensive guys. And he also, remember, he had Hall of Famer and the Kevin Mutombo on that team. So let's not act like Allen Iverson just. That's what I noticed with fanboys. Y'all like to revisionize and make it seem like the guys that y'all like played with a bunch of bums. But Iverson, they weren't the best skilled team offensively. But he did have a Hall of Fame Mutombo on his team, and Aaron McKee was sixth man of the year in 2000, 2001. So come on, let's not get it twisted. Plus, he had a Hall of Fame coach in Larry Brown.
Larry Brown.
So let's stop acting like that, man. Plus, he had, I think, some Hall of Fame assistant coaches on that roster. So let's not get it twisted. And when it came to Hakeem Olajuwon in ended yeah, he didn't have another superstar on that team, but let's not get it twisted either. He also had on that team Tracy Murray, who ended up being one of the better scorers in the 90s. He had Matt Bullitt, who today would be a pretty good stretch 4, stretch 5. He also had a young Sam Cassell on that team. He had Vernon Maxwell. He had Kenny Smith, who was like a borderline perennial all-star. Come on, man. And he also had Otis Thorpe, who was an all-star in 92. So it's not like these dudes was playing around with just CBA players or players that on 10-day contracts. They don't people do that mess, man.
Hey, come on, man. Come on. Kobe Bryant is one of the best players ever. I'll say it I will repeat it to my dying day. He is top 5. The dude is top 5 dead or alive, right? Just like Jada could say, top 5 dead or alive. And 81 point, when the guy drops 81 points in the game, the second highest scoring game ever. Right?
Yep.
And Kobe Bryant went, okay, look, players don't make the playoffs every year. Just like, come on now. Well, why do you make the playoffs in 05? Okay. The motherfucker already won like 3 championships up to that point.
Okay, well, how many times did Iverson miss the playoffs? He want to play this game. How many times did Iverson miss playoffs?
1 year, but the dude already won like 3 championships prior to that, though.
Right. If you want to play this game, how many times did Iverson miss the playoffs in the weaker Eastern Conference? If you want to play this game. And I love Iverson. I like doing this. But you got to be consistent. Everybody misses the playoffs. Jordan missed the playoffs. Shaq missed the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Only person on top of my head I can't think of this playoffs was Bill Russell, who played with goddamn 12 Hall of Famers.
Man. Hey, what's up to Kendrick Copeland, man? Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you, man. Straight up, man. These guys ain't gonna make the playoffs every year. There's a whole litany of superstars that didn't make the playoffs during their time league, but the dude already won like 3 championships.
Right. Not everybody, Magic Johnson and,
Okay. And once again, lightning strikes. Okay. A dead clock is right twice a day, right? So what is you saying? What's your point? What's your point? I'm not refuting anything you're saying. I am kind of refuting everything you're saying, to be honest with you, because it was not because of Shaq. Okay, let's cut that out. Okay, so if you want to go down that rabbit hole, right? You know, Shaq had some of the easiest matchups ever in the NBA Finals, right? When you're going against Rick Smits, right?
Who was done.
Who was done. He was way past his prime. The Dikembe Mutombo, who was way past his prime, and
Todd McCullough. Todd McCullough. Come on, man.
So of course the strategy is, hey, look, feed the beast. When you got Phil Jackson, like, hey, feed the beast.
Shit, LB, who was the center? Who was Dallas's center in 2006?
Sean Bradley?
Was it Bradley? Was he still playing?
Let me look that up. I think it was Sean Bradley because maybe after McGrady dunked on him and shit, he retired.
It might have been Bradley, but for some reason I thought he retired in 05. I thought it was Rafe LaFrance and
It was the Dallas Mavericks, right?
Yeah. For some reason, I don't remember Bradley in the finals. It
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was because he got dunked on that year, and then he got dunked on the year before and ended up retiring.
Right, 05, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that's when he retired. Who was the center in 06?
So you had Eric Dampier, Deshaun Diop, Didier Ilunga Benga, and Pavel Bogolson. What the fuck?
Oh my God! And Shaq struggled in the finals that year. Come on now. Y'all wonder why I keep saying he's overrated. Shaq's kind of overrated. You want to talk about one or two being overrated? But it's mighty funny, LB, when Shaq was going up against the David Robinsons and the Hakeem Olajuwons and the Ewans and you know, and those guys, when they were better, he kept getting swept out of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. I'm like, these dudes was not good. No, Tyson Chandler was not on that team then.
No, they thinking later on with Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah. Y'all think about the 2011 NBA Finals.
Right.
Tyson Chandler did not play on the 06 NBA Finals with the Mavs.
Yeah.
He did not.
Yeah. He might have still been on the Bulls at that time.
Wouldn't you like to know? What's up, you suit knight? Appreciate y'all for being up in here. Yeah, man. Come on, man. They ain't even got the. I'm trying to. Josh Howard, Marquise Daniels, Jerry Stackhouse, Adrian Griffin, Eric Dampier. Eric Dampier played the most minutes.
Dampier was decent, but I'm saying like he ain't no Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just what I'm trying to say. Like it ain't like he going up against, you know, man. People can say what they want to say about Wilt. Wilt did lose a lot, but at least Wilt was going up against Hall of Fame centers. He was going up against the Kareems and the Willis Reeds and the Bill Russells and the Artis Gilmores. You know what I'm saying? Shaq, for the most part, when he was winning, was going up against, you know, like run-of-the-mill centers, if not bums. Todd McCullough, come on now.
Yeah, Todd McCullough, man. Look, Todd McCullough was getting he was getting destroyed in all those games.
And Todd McCullough and Rick Smith both had feet problems when they was going up against them.
Hey, and let's leave. You know what? Hey, since I know somebody gonna throw this in, I'm gonna get ahead of all y'all. So if we talk about Kobe Bryant, right? What about when Jalen Rose intentionally tried to hurt Kobe Bryant in game 3 of the NBA Finals? No, it was game.
Oh,
it was a game 3, right? Or game 2. It was game 2. Game 2 in the NBA Finals against Indiana.
Oh, okay, 2000. Okay.
Yeah, and Jalen Rose intentionally got Kobe Bryant hurt.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Shaq. Shaq made the final, but did he win a championship? No, he did not. So your point is invalid. And he got swept. Remember they played the Houston Rockets? They played the Houston Rockets or whatever like that. Hakeem, fucking baked his ass in the goddamn finals.
Yeah, and they were favored. The Magic were favored. to win that series. And they got swept.
That was a week 3-peat, man. Okay, so now so how many teams won NBA championship 3 straight times? Huh?
Whoa.
You even know how easy? You even know how easy it is? You make it sound like a 3-peat is easy.
Whoa. Somebody said some of the week 3-peat? Who?
Yeah, he said, "Hey man, you go ahead and take that 2 row. I got a phone call. Take the wheel on this one."
Okay, is somebody saying that the Kobe Shaq 3-peat was weak? How? Somebody explain to me how a 3-peat is weak anyway. It's rare. So how the hell is a 3-peat weak? It's only been done by a handful of teams: the Minneapolis Lakers, the Boston Celtics, the Chicago Bulls, and the Kobe Shaq Lakers. That's it. How is a 3-peat weak? Even the Warriors weren't able to do it. Shaq, look, nobody's trying to take away Shaq's greatness. Shaq did what he had to do. Okay, he's going up against inferior competition. He dominated. Fine, that's what he's supposed to do. The thing I'm saying about Shaq, though, is why didn't he do that earlier in his career when he was going up against Olajuwon and getting outplayed? When he was going up against the Utah Jazz and Karl Malone was outplaying him at the power forward position? Why was he doing that when he was going up against the Spurs and Tim Duncan is doing what he's supposed to be doing and dominating at the power forward position, but Shaq putting up pedestrian numbers? It didn't happen until, people told him, stop blaming everybody else and do what you're supposed to do and dominate. And that's when he started winning, when he finally stepped up. But Kobe Bryant wasn't getting the opportunity to step up because he was told to defer to Shaq. But if you watch those games, a lot of times in the closing moments or in the closing minutes of those games, it was Kobe Bryant that was winning the game for them. Because Shaq was a liability at the free throw line. A lot of times with Shaq, they didn't want to put Shaq in foul. They didn't want to get Shaq on the line because he already in foul trouble, and Shaq would be out the game, and Kobe would close the games for the Lakers. But you guys look at the numbers and see Shaq with 38 and Kobe with 21 and say, oh, Shaq did everything.
Y'all there?
Who is this?
Go ahead, Polo. You got the floor.
Yo,
okay.
Shaq was not more impactful than Kobe.
Who is this, Lou?
Nah, it's Polo, bro.
Oh, Polo. Oh, what's up, Polo?
Nothing, chilling, man. Salute to y'all. Somebody said that Shaq was more impactful than Kobe, and that's a real that's a lie, nigga. Kobe had to carry Shaq pretty much his last couple, his last few seasons there, because he was always coming in to camp out of shape and stuff. Kobe would be out there working his ass off and stuff, and Shaq would try to play his way into shape. And that's why he kept getting all those injuries. Rod already talked about this. Man,
right.
Shaq was not more impactful than Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Like, now he could have been, and he was dominant. He could have even been more dominant had he took care of his body.
Yeah,
but
Kobe said that. Yeah, Kobe said if Shaq had, he basically said if Shaq had a different mentality, he'd be the GOAT. If you watch Shaq, you look at this guy, you're like, man, this guy should be averaging 50 points a game, man, or 40, easy. I used to look at Shaq like, man, why is Why is Jordan even leading the league in scoring? Shaq should be leading the league in scoring. He should be leading the league in rebounds. He should be leading the league in blocks. Shaq was a lazy motherfucker, man. He was great, but he should have been better.
Right.
He should have been even better. He was coming into training camp almost 400 pounds.
Yeah, man.
400 pounds, Polo. He would be 380 something. And he had to lose 40 to 45 pounds to get the playing shape throughout the season. And he started having a bad habit of doing that. And that's why he started getting injuries.
And see, hey, Tura, I don't know how big. You about 6'5", 6'6", or something?
I sound like that. I'm about 6'3".
Okay,
but I got a large frame though.
Okay, look.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look. Okay, my cousin is 6'8", 6'9", and he weighs at one time he weighed like 400, but he was at 380 at his weight, kind of a healthy weight or whatever. Man,
Right.
he played ball too. He played football and he played basketball, but mainly basketball. Look, he would tell me, he said, man, look, man, because I ain't nothing but 6'2". He would tell me, look, man, my disc hurts. He had a slip disc. He said his knees hurt, all that stuff. And he said it's because, man, I never really took care, of my body and stuff. He would just go out there and play. He was talented and everything, but he said he wished he would have lost like, 100, 100, maybe 150 and just maintain that weight. And he would have kept playing because his knees he couldn't handle it. A lot of people don't realize that. You take that account, Shaq is what, 7'1", 7'2", at 380. That's a lot of wear and tear on your joints and your knees. And as you get older, man, it gets even worse. That's why he ultimately the Achilles tore when he was in Boston.
Right. Yeah. Hey, Polo, I'm gonna have to drop off for a second. I'll be right back. Are you able to hold down for the score?
Okay.
Okay. I'll be back.
Well, okay, I'll hold it down.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay. L, you still there, man?
Yeah, go ahead. Cook these Bammers that's talking all that nonsense. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Look, my thing is this: you also got to take into account. Okay, Kobe, for as much as they give him grief for shooting the ball and everything, he did just as much on defense. And not only was he great in the past, see, a lot of people, his defense gets slept on. He could play the passing lane. He was a great on ball defender, and he was great in terms of team defense too. When they used to run schemes and stuff like that, because a lot of people don't realize that the Lakers used to run a floating zone every now and then, especially when it came to Sacramento, because they had shooters. Sacramento had shooters during that time. They had Stojakovic. They had Bibby. He could shoot from the outside. Um, every now and then, Doug Christie would get lit and start hitting some. And so they don't realize that he was he was impactful on defense too. Shaq was he could have been a better defender, like Turok said, but when you can't really move, that's why Hakeem Olajuwon, even was able to already see that Shaq, in terms of his youth and immaturity, he destroyed Shaq, that game. Now that was when Shaq was light in Orlando or whatever, but man, I'm not trying to harp on it, but pretty much, man, if he'd have stayed in the proper shape that he could have been, man, Shaq would have been the most dominant. He probably would have had the most rings, man. But the unfocusedness of him caught up with him and stuff, and then he started ring chasing, and that didn't look too good on his legacy. So I don't like when people say that was more impactful than Kobe. You know, if you go anywhere in LA, everybody will tell you Kobe means more than LA to LA than Shaq ever would. He's on the same scale as a Magic and as even a Kareem. Even though Kareem didn't play his whole tenure there, but he still looked at as one of those, you know, the Mount Rushmore, if you will. You know, so yeah, it was that game. That game too. He had a bet with Lamar Odom, and he wasn't going to continue scoring, but he had a bet. Yeah, can you get, you know, this amount of points, or can you get that amount of points? And all of a sudden, you know, against that Raptors, man, he went ahead and lit him up for like 81. I couldn't believe it. I didn't watch the game until afterwards. I watched the game afterwards, but I remember like it was yesterday, because I was at school. I was at school I was in class in college at the time, and somebody called me and said that back then they weren't really texting like that, you know. But somebody had called me and was blowing up my phone, and they said, "Man, Kobe." Kobe got 70 something points, and I said, "Man, shut the fuck up, man." Man, sure enough, man, I watched the highlights. LB, my mouth dropped, bro. On that day too, people were saying that Kobe was better than Jordan. They got all caught up in the hype too. You know, they were like, "Man, Kobe better than Jordan. Kobe better than Jordan. Jordan could only get 69 or 63 or something like that." You know, so that was a great day in history. Yeah, let me give a shout out to the chat. Salute to Dan Har 54. Salute to Wouldn't You Like to Know? I see you in here. Salute to Sean O. Salute to you. Bakari King. Salute to you, man. Uh, Dendrick Copeland. Salute to you as well. Salute to y'all. Salute to you, Omar. See you in here too. Yeah, y'all hopping in, man. If anybody got any takes on that, man, because I definitely hold on. I definitely Kobe as the greatest Laker.
I remember.
Hey, go ahead, Sterling Young Cook, bro. You got it. You got the floor.
It just made me so emotional right now because I remember that day. As I was 6 years old. I was 6 years old actually. Cause me and my dad we watched the Lakers and the Raptors, and I remember I had curfew and I slept like 2 nights. I had 2 nights of sleep on it because I slept too late watching it. It was like watching your superhero. It's like it's like watching your superhero. Yeah, it's like a superhero.
Okay,
Like
okay.
watching your
I didn't mean to cut you off, bro. I was just making sure you get
it's like it's my bad. It's like a superhero you watch.
it.
Just go there and just work and see it. Like it doesn't even like feel real. Just like it's just like what it was just like wow. It was just like wow. This I wish he would be here celebrating it. I wish he would be here celebrating and talking about it. I just now we just now so I'm getting a little emotional. Now we have to look at it as a memory. Keep his memory alive and and use this.
Well, were you a Kobe?
Yeah, I was a Kobe fan since I was 6 years old. My first time watching Kobe when the Heat, my favorite dad team, he at the time, his favorite team was the Heat. And at the time, Sun Sports. It was Sun Sports. I think it was Sun Sports. Sun Sportsnet, Sun Sports. Yeah, Sun Sports at the time. They was playing. The Lakers had played the Mavericks.
Right.
That's when Kobe dropped 62. That's when he dropped 62. That's the first time I watched Kobe play. It was 62 points. And I've been a fan ever since. And
People know this. They look like y'all generation. I know you're younger than me. Y'all generation, they looked at Kobe as because they needed somebody they didn't compare him to. And I'm gonna tell you at first, I didn't like Kobe. It had nothing to do with him. This was before he started to get hyped. This is when I started to gain respect for Kobe. And this is when I really started to like, because I like AI. I was the AI guy. When you could see the level of progression year after year. When he came in and everything, him winning the slam dunk contest, stuff like that, I was like, oh man, he all hype and all this other stuff. You know what I'm saying? He was dating Brandy and all that stuff. I don't know if you remember that, man. Or he went to the prom and all that other stuff, Brandy and stuff. I was like, oh man, this guy,
yeah,
TV show. But man, I started seeing this guy just killing. Now, I think what did it for me, if you go back and pull it up on there was a play. You remember White Chocolate?
Jason Williams, yeah.
Yeah, White Chocolate. He 360, like coming. Okay, it was on a break, and he 360 to lose Jay Will and dunk the ball.
All right, I'm back in this motherfucker, yo.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up, Sean?
Hey, what's up, LB?
All right, man. Hey, what you got on Kobe Bryant 81-point game?
Yeah, I remember. I think I was like,
Hey, Stephanie.
Huh?
No, see Stephanie in the chat room. You know what I'm saying? I want to give my to the queen up in here. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Sean. You got the floor.
I think I watched it during like in the 5th grade, around like the 4th or 5th grade
That's like around the time of 06. But yeah, when I remember that game was absolutely phenomenal. I'll say it's, in my opinion, a top 5 greatest game. The greatest out like among the top, my favorite or my top 5 games of all time. Like the dominance, the skill, the way that he actually shooting, not just only just shooting threes, mid range, backcourt, like he did it all. And also he actually even put effort on defense too. That's what another thing about that game. Like not only he was dominating offensively, but also defensively too. So, but yeah, like Kobe, he's good. Like every time when people continuously debate me, like, why you always put Kobe as top 5? Like why? Like why?
Yeah, like why would you put top 5? Because like you don't look at the greatness. Like you don't look what he had done.
And I totally understand. Like we live like these days where people are more enthusiastic with stats. But if you look at the context of the stats and you just look at his performances, you just don't really give a damn about stats. You just don't.
This thing called an eye test.
Yeah,
It's always about the eye test and how you see his performance.
Yeah.
It don't matter how many times, like, okay, it's like, I'm sorry to bring him down, but like LeBron to me is like in my opinion, a top 3 statistically the best player ever. But his game is boring, predictable. Like I can't like one thing that I don't even see even with the Laker games, like recent Laker games, like the opponents don't even double team the guy because they know that sometimes he's gonna miss that same spot the 3. You guys, you know this. So I constantly always say like yeah, he got the stats, but the game does not match the stats. And that's where Kobe always put it on my mind. Like his stats probably doesn't match how the way you guys view the game, but the way he actually played the game has more impact than what I see with LeBron stats does in that same agree. It don't matter how many times people could say like, okay, like this guy doesn't really have that much triple doubles or like, oh, his efficiency. Well, obviously he cannot be efficient. Like if you look at all the competition he had to face, especially with defensive teams, he has to face teams that had to double team him, triple team. Shoot, like Kobe had faced so much adversity in the West. It just like and even some teams in the East Coast, like even like with the Cavaliers, like he actually faced a lot of teams that actually know that they know that he could dominate. That if you allow him to give him that space, if you give him them chances, he's gonna dominate regardless. So they're gonna have to do everything in their power in order for him to get less scoring. So with stuff like this is the reason why I always put him as a top 5 player. And that's why I don't look at a guy with stats as top 5. It's more to the game than just stats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, Luda Ryder, what you got on? We're talking about Kobe Bryant's 81-point game.
I remember that game pretty well, LB. Man, like when Kobe went off in that first half, I was like, hey, I seen Jordan go off a couple times, but I never seen a guy like Kobe Bryant go off like that. Like that second half was amazing to me because Kobe said he didn't know how many points he had. He just kept shooting and kept shooting. And Jalen Rose, he will never forget that day. He said, I think about that all the damn time. But I was hearing what dude said, man. I'm kind of with him right there. Yeah, you put up these many points and had these many stats in the game, but did you win though? Because it's more important to me is winning the game instead of putting up the points and stats and assists and rebounds. Did you win the game?
That's more important to me than the stats. So,
how many times we going after players over empty stats? You know,
every day.
we go after players all the time for their empty stats. So it's like, you know, it's like, look, when it comes to Kobe Bryant, man, look, this man was a fucking legend. Okay, period.
He gave everything. He gave everything on that court.
He was a legend, and I just admire the dude's greatness, his will to win, his tenacity, all that, and I just cannot get enough of Kobe Bryant's basketball, man. You know what I'm saying? And then the thing that really plucked the feathers off my chicken, right, is when
I did it last night.
Oh, that's great. So is when they say, oh, well, Kobe had a low basketball IQ. Really? Then you must not have watched detail when Kobe breaks down a defense or whatever like that. You must not watch detail. If they hear Kobe Bryant break down the defense, I think he has really good basketball IQ.
What, they never seen Kobe break down defense on that ESPN Plus show? What's it called?
Detail. It's called detail.
Exactly.
So I don't know what you're talking about as far as like Kobe Bryant got a low basketball IQ. That's disrespectful. That's disrespectful, man. Come on, man. Cut that out. You say Kobe Bryant got a low basketball man, you know what? Man, you ought to get 1,000 lashes for that one. Welcome back to Raw.
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, I had I got
Dave been kind of tough.
Gotta take care of something real quick.
Dave been kind of tough, LB.
Yeah.
You know, I don't understand. What I don't understand is, this supposed to be a day or a live stream celebrating the high point of one of the high points of one of the game's great players. You got people in there just shitting on him in the chat, man. I just don't.
In the chat right now, yeah.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't know who's that's got Dan's favorite player or his greatest player that he ever saw. You know what I mean? If you want to be in the chat, you know what I mean, or be in the live stream, he can explain.
Like that's crazy. After
he was at work, so
okay.
After his death, he still get a lot of hate.
Because how many times those teams, how many times he shit on those teams? It don't matter. Like if you see a guy like Kobe, of course they're gonna have some type of way about him because he actually did better. And he was shitting on the teams.
The man was a winner. The man, look. Are they going to win every night? No one wins every night. No one wins every year. All right, but you just can't sit up there and say, "Oh well, he never shot." Oh well, he never shot greater than 46%. Man, cut that out. Cut that out. Now you sound like a stat nerd. All right, you sound like Nick Wright. You know how I feel about Nick Wright. I don't like that motherfucker.
And field goal percentage is misleading. It doesn't always indicate if you're a great shooter.
If you shoot the volume, look, if you command the double and triple teams like you did with Kobe Bryant, right? And you're shooting from the outside, of course you're going to shoot a lower percentage. Duh.
Hey, y'all, I may do a tribute live stream for Hank Aaron later on today, man. I'm just
RP Hank Aaron.
Yeah, rest in peace to the legend, the iconic Hank Aaron.
Because if real people do their research, they know how good Hank Aaron was and what he really did for black people.
Yeah, I think he's a top 5 all-time player.
Me too,
personally. Yeah,
just like Kobe Bryant is a top 5 all-time, dead or alive.
Now to me, top 3.
He what?
Top 3.
Okay, top 3. Okay, that's even better. But to drop 50, he dropped 55 points and a half. What players you know can drop 55 points and a half?
Well, we had to know
It was
when
so easy. A caveman can do it.
the only person I know who did it, who also passed away with Wilt Chamberlain.
Yeah. Imagine like did he made like because he was about to tie a free throw record from
Yeah, he missed a free throw at the end of the second quarter that broke a string of 62 straight.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Only guys I can think of top of my head that scored 50 and a half I can think of is those people you mentioned, and David Thompson. I think David Thompson had when he scored 73 points, he had 53 points at halftime when he was playing the Detroit Pistons. And I think he sat down like in early in the fourth quarter with 73. That's the only game I can think of.
Dan Hall, you start. Hey, look, I'm gonna take a page out of my boy LVZ playbook. You starting to sound like a JDR. If you know what a JDR is, that's a Jordan Dick Rider. Because
hey, can I ask you guys something?
Yeah.
You think Kevin Durant?
Because hold on. Because Jordan has not scored that many points in the half. He scored that many in a game, but he's never done it in the half. The people who've done it in the half: Wilt Chamberlain, Kobe Bryant, David Thompson, George Gervin. Them the four people that did it. Jordan did not score 50. Jordan ain't never dropped no 50 points in the half. We can't tell lies like that now.
No, he never dropped 50 and a half.
Yeah.
I was just going to ask. You think Kevin Durant can break that record in one night if he was on?
No.
Maybe. I'll say maybe.
I'll say no.
I mean, the thing about Kevin Durant, see, that's the thing. There's some guys that are great scorers, but it's not in their nature to shoot a lot. Like, you got some guys like James Harden.
Sorry to Raw. Breaking news: Kevin Durant will not be playing tonight.
Oh God! Come on, man.
Why? Let me guess, because he played 50 minutes tonight before they try to be careful.
Yeah, so coming from Malika Andrews on Twitter, the Nets say Kevin Durant is questionable for tonight's game against Cleveland, Achilles injury recovery. And then
all right, I understand.
So right after that, then the news came out saying Kevin Durant is out tonight. He will not be playing tonight. So it's the James Harden, Kyrie Irving show.
Hey, not to change the subject, but did you see Stephanie Du's message about the vaccine and Hank Aaron? I
didn't see that. Did you hear that? Receive? Oh, no, I did not see that.
Well, he took the vaccine.
That's what she's saying.
If that's true, honestly,
they killed him. Now, if that's the case, you know what that ranks up there with? That ranks up there with old Conrad McMurray and Michael Jackson.
Yep.
Only difference is I'm not jumping off the side of a building.
So they haven't said what he died of. They're just saying he just passed away in sleep.
They just say he passed away. I don't know where he passed away from or whatever like that, but
well, for sure that I'm not going to take that vaccine.
Since we talking about Kobe Bryant's 81-point game, and then in 4 days we're going to talk about we're going to remember him because this was the 1 year on the 26th of January, the 1 year anniversary of the untimely death of the late great Kobe Bryant, right?
Yeah, he died the day before my birthday, man.
We're gonna talk about that one. Let's talk about that one since we all in here. So outside the 81-point game, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was your other favorite memorable Kobe Bryant play?
Play like any play, like anything.
Any play, doesn't matter. Any play.
Just 62 points.
Okay. What about you, Sean?
I think this one game against it was with over in the playoffs, like the 2009 playoffs, or either with I think it's with like the Denver Nuggets when Carmelo Anthony was over there. I think it was like game 2 or game 3. I actually love that game. It wasn't Kobe's best when it comes to dominance, but I thought the game was very impactful.
Mm-hmm. All right, too, Rob. What game you demons? What play from Kobe Bryant? Play, game, whatever.
I think my favorite performance from him was the next year. It was late in that season, 2006, 2007. And you might remember he had like toward the end, like 4 straight 50-point games or 4 games at least 50. And one of those games, right. And in one of those games, he dropped 65 against Portland. And this is when Portland had like Brandon Roy, who like he was on his way to Hall of Fame career. That's when LaMarcus Aldridge was younger. And it was the shots he was making. It was one of them, he was double teamed and they forced him out of bounds, and he shot a fall away 3-pointer without barely looking at the basket. He had like a millisecond to look at the basket, and it goes all net. It's one of the most amazing shots I've ever seen in my life. But he was hitting all these amazing shots late down the stretch to force overtime and beat that team pretty much by himself. That's the game I remember the most about him.
Yeah, that shot was crazy.
Yeah,
it was an unbelievable shot.
For me, this play, so there's actually 2 plays I like the most. And the first one involved him. I think he was either like a rookie or his second year in the league when he this was a preseason game against the Washington Wizards, right? He came down, he hits, I forgot who was guarding him, but he came down, he hit him with the crossover, came down that lane and bammed it on goddamn on he banged it on somebody, and it was like, oh yeah, this motherfucker ready. You know what I'm saying? And then the second play I really like from Kobe is when he caught that. This is a game against the Denver Nuggets, and he caught a baseball pass. He brought it behind the back and did a 360. I'm like, oh my god!
Oh, I remember that. I think that was that game where he scored 51 3/4.
Yeah,
I think it was that game.
Oh man,
yeah, because like that was, I think my favorite one was the one when he had dunked on Mikhail Okafor.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was the playoff game against the Hornets.
Yeah, shoosh.
My favorite play is that alley-oop he shoots to Shaq.
Oh,
alley-oop.
The finals.
Yeah.
Oh, the playoffs.
Game 7
What's the conference finals?
Yeah. I remember watching that game, man. I was on base in Norfolk, and I just came out I was at the Wind and Sea. Have a good one. Thank you. I was at the Wind and Sea at and then I watched they had this. They had this cinema-like feel inside the Wind and Sea, right? This like the single sailor, they play pool, spades, all that. You know what I'm saying? I was the fucking king of spades. I was getting them up off that table, man. Like they had an eject button on that ass. You know what I'm saying? Next, anyway, so I was watching the game, right? Lakers were down by like double digits in the fourth quarter and shut like that. You know what I'm saying? And then they slowly start chipping away. Portland couldn't make a shot. Eventually, the Lakers took the lead, and Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant. I forgot. I think it was Scottie Pippen that was D'ing him up, and he came down that lane, threw that alley to Shaq. I'm like, that shit was over with, man. And that was at that point that was the Lakers' first NBA Finals appearance since '89. No, I take that back. No, I take that back. It was 91 because they lost to the Bulls in 91. because Mike Dunleavy was the head coach, and they got gentlemen swept because they won the first game, and the Bulls won the next 4 and Ruth Jordan's first championship. But the Lakers, after that 91 NBA Finals, they haven't made the finals since. They made the playoffs, but they always get eliminated. Like one year, they got swept by the Utah Jazz in the Western Conference Finals. Then another year, they got eliminated by the San Antonio Spurs in the second round. And I think at that point, that's when Dale Harris got fired.
When Kobe used to dunk on people, you used to feel it. He used to make you feel it from your seat.
Am I good at pool? I ain't played in a long time, so right now, if I'm good at pool right now, no, I'm not very good right now. You know what I'm saying? Next thing, I hit a cue ball, that motherfucker end up breaking a window and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, let me ask y'all something. If Shaq would have stayed in shape and they would have got along, how many titles you think they would have won together?
What, if him and Shaq?
Yeah.
4 or 5.
6 at best.
Shout out to Unique Dawn in the building. Appreciate you for being up in here.
Yeah, about 4 or 5.
I'm just saying, if Shaq would have stayed in shape and they would have got along, they probably kept winning because those Lakers teams wasn't no joke.
It just, I mean, to me, those are the plays that stood out. But you know, like Kendrick Copeland said in the chat, man, it's just so many plays, man. Yeah. What's up, Andy? Salute to Andy in the building. Appreciate you for being up in here.
I still feel if Kobe wasn't injured so most of his career, he would have been the all-time scoring leader.
Well, you know, there was one game when they played Memphis and he tore his Achilles. He shot the 2 free throws after he tore his Achilles and then went back in the locker room. That was the last time you saw Kobe Bryant.
Well, against the Grizzlies?
Huh?
Against the Grizzlies?
No, the game was against the Grizzlies where he tore his Achilles. He was being
that was the Warriors. That was the Warriors. It was not against the Warriors.
It was against the Warriors.
It was the Warriors. I thought it was against the Grizzlies.
No, it was the Warriors.
I think the Warriors.
It was the Warriors. I remember that game. It was the Warriors.
Was it against the Warriors?
Yeah, he had 33.
Yeah, like when the news came out, he was out for the season when the Achilles turned, man. That was like a weight right there, man. Everybody was so sad, so upset. No more Kobe Bryant for the whole season.
Yeah, that was against Golden State. Yeah, that was in 2013. And that was it. Yeah, it was against Golden State. But what was the game he got hurt? And it was the Memphis game he got hurt too.
Oh, the Memphis game? Oh, you talking about when? Yeah, what year? You talking about the knee injury? Because I remember you talking about the knee injury when he had when he played against the Grizzlies. He had the knee injury.
It was the knee injury. That's right. That's the game I was talking about. He was so that game was also in 2000. That game was December 19, 2013 when he injured his knee. That's the game when he was played against Tony Allen. But that one he was out for 6 weeks. So yeah, the Golden State game was where he tore his Achilles. I don't hear. Okay, my bad, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I can't be right all the time. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for holding me to the same standard. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't always get it right, but I appreciate y'all for keeping me honest.
I get it wrong too, LB. I be messing up all the time.
Yeah.
Man, I miss Kobe Bryant so much, man. Like
you, man, me too, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. Man, look, when he first retired, I didn't give it anything for him to play in the Big 3 league. You know what?
Yeah, I think he would have did it too. I think he would have did it.
You know what would have happened if Kobe Bryant played in the Big 3 league? That would have done for Ice Cube league. Shit.
That league will be booming.
Yeah, definitely. Ice Cube would make a lot of money for them.
And plus, you know, NBA team was trying to get him come out of retirement and play again.
Yeah, they even beg him to come back so he could, to team up with LeBron.
And it's like, nah, man, I'm just gonna do it. Finna get an Oscar.
Yeah, end up winning the Oscar after he retired. Man, I mean, that's what's up.
Golden State beg him.
But you know
Golden
what, though?
State.
You know what, though?
What's that too, Raw?
What?
You know what, though? I think he probably would have did it, too, because remember, at the start of the 2019-20 season, he was starting to attend Laker games and get back into the NBA through his daughter. Remember, Gianna was a big Trae Young fan.
Mm-hmm.
And he was starting to follow the NBA again because he was devoting time to his family and other practices and other things. I think he was starting to get back, interested in basketball. Not that he was coming back and play the NBA, but I could see him playing like in the Big Three league.
And then, I think had Gigi would have been old enough or whatever like that, right?
He would have been in the WNBA.
Man, I think she alone would have been the catalyst for the WNBA to because look, the WNBA is losing money hand over fist, right?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they're using the NBA as a prop so that way they can stay in operation. Because right now, had they not done that, the WNBA would have folded. All right, because no one's going to the games. Hell, no one's buying the tickets. Look, when the Washington Mystics won the WNBA championship, did people go to the parade? Okay, they did go to the parade, right? But it would have been like it looked like a family reunion, right?
Hey, I think that leads in trouble.
When the Washington Capitals won the Stanley Cup, man, they had to block off streets. They had to block off streets for people to attend.
I feel like the WNBA got bad rap.
When the Washington Nationals won the World Series or whatever, it looked like the dang inauguration out there when they won that. But there were more people at the Washington Nationals celebration than there were at Trump inauguration. All right. Yeah, motherfucker.
Right now.
There was more people at the goddamn World Series party, right? And no, you were not invited, Trump, than you had at your goddamn inauguration. Now, put that dick in your mouth and choke on it. Now, go ahead, Joe.
Right now, their Michael Jordan of the WNBA is not playing right now. Maya Moore. And that's kind of hurting the league right there.
Yeah, she married the guy that she freed.
But see, this is the thing, though. Maya Moore, Maya Moore is an all-world talent, right? Maya Moore is probably going to go down as probably one of the greatest women's basketball players ever, right? But she still couldn't galvanize the WNBA. They were still losing money hand over fist with her, even when she was playing with the Minnesota Lynx, and they were winning championships and shit.
Yeah.
Didn't they want Kobe Bryant at one point be the main guy running the WNBA?
Well, that was well, behind the scenes, yeah. Behind the scenes, yeah. They, no, I don't fuck with hockey. You know what I'm saying? But I did go to the parade though, because the Stanley, because I just get tired. I got tired of seeing the Capitals get eliminated every fucking year.
Yeah, the year when because you were trying to get fucked up.
Hey, shit. When I was in uniform, because that's when I was getting ready to retire anyway, so they didn't really care what I was doing. All I had to do was show my face. So I showed my face at 8:00, dabbled around on the internet for about an hour or two. Oh shit, time to go. Hey, I got an appointment. I'll be back. Shit, I went right to the motherfucking parade.
How much alcohol do you assume that they?
I don't drink. I'm part of the straight edge society. Okay, I don't drink. I don't smoke. I'm part of the straight edge society. But do I have addictions? Hell yeah, I'm addicted to pussy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I need an intervention.
Shit, you ain't alone, brother.
Interventions. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, like I told y'all before, right? When we talked about Ashley C4, AKC, when we talk about her, right? When we was going in on Kamala Harris, right? And I told everybody, I'm like, look, when it comes to my dick getting hard, right, it's one of two things, right? if you're an attractive female, my dick gonna look like a nightstick, and I'm gonna perform. But if you look like a flying wombat, then I'm gonna have an oodle noodle dick, and I won't do shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like a nightstick. Just go for it.
I still can't believe that people are happy that that Harris is actually won vice president and shit. And I'm like, come on, man. I live in California. I know how.
Hey, I need you to be in on the chat room for that one. Cause I'm gonna do epic video. I am honorably discharged, motherfucker. What the fuck? Shout out to Read the Razzle in the building. Yeah, I'm honorably discharged. I got my D214, honorable discharge. So what you saying? That's right. I get all my benefits. I need all my motherfucking benefits. You know what I'm saying? My shit. Give me all my shit. And then some. Hey, you do 20 years in this shit, man. Shit, I deserve it. God damn it.
At least ESPN doing something right for once.
Shot Dog TV's TX made Read the Razzle in the building. Yeah.
For the honor and Hagar.
Yeah. They've been talking about him for the last 2 hours.
Shit, they're gonna talk about him all day. I'm just saying
they're doing something right for once.
They should be talking about him like for the rest of the day up until NBA. And I'm pretty sure they're still gonna talk more about him. But yeah, man, I mean, and then come on Tuesday. What? You say I hit the pussy with the lights off? Motherfucker, I hit the pussy with the lights on, lights off, a flashlight, a firebolt, whatever. You know what I'm saying? As long as
God.
That motherfucker in the guy, hey, as long as my thing is in that love slit, I don't give a fuck what the fuck is going on.
Love slit. Love slit.
Well, I take that back because this the thing, right? I can't have nobody behind me when I'm bucket naked. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get a little goddamn paranoid if somebody behind me while I'm bucket naked. So no. so that's where the twist.
You don't want to end up like dude who had a gun in the back of his head, went outside butt naked. What movie? I'm trying to remember what movie that was. I think it was Malcolm X.
What were you talking about?
It was a scene it was like Malcolm X, a hoodlum, a black dude with butt naked because he was sleeping with his woman, right? Bumpy Johnson put some type of gun to his head. I'm talking about. I think he owe him money.
I just farted. Now, what you say, Lou?
It was a scene in a movie where it was the dude who was sleeping with his woman. He Bumpy Johnson took him outside butt naked because he owed him some money.
Oh, for real? Shout out to the homie Jacob Jennings in the building, man. It's good to see you, man. Hey, are you feeling any better? I hope you're feeling all right now. You told me you caught the Covidius Maximus and all that. How you feeling, bro? But yeah, man, this is a day, man, I'll never forget, man. Kobe Bryant dropping that 81-point game, man. You know, hey, we should always honor. This dude deserved the highest honor.
Good thing they won that game because that game was close.
They needed every one of those points. It's not like he was out there stat padding, unlike a certain somebody that shall remain nameless.
Teddy's over titles.
Nope, not ain't even cookies over championships. You know what I'm saying?
Cake
Waffles over wins.
You already something. Since Kevin Durant's not playing tonight, they're gonna talk some bullshit.
Oh,
Oh, you talking about them breaking up and stuff, or you having like internal beefs?
Making up shit. Making up beefs where it don't.
And they're making up stupid ass fucking bullshit narratives. Talk about, oh man, see, that's that divide and conquer tactics motherfuckers in the media try to do. You know what I'm saying? That's divide and conquer, and they try to do the path of least resistance. So they think just because Kyrie Irving was away or whatever like that, they think they could just use Kyrie as some kind of prompt because they think, oh, Kyrie is the path of least resistance, and throw those seeds of dividing and conquering, talking about, oh man, you know, Kyrie's the third option. I'm like, says who? Since when?
The third option.
Together?
Nah, man. Rick Ross Harden is the third option, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out since when an NBA champion, you know, and one of the great, you know, players of his day, all of a sudden he's just automatically a third option.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Kyrie Irving won the championship. Ding! Made the biggest shot in the history of Cleveland Cavaliers, right? Kevin Durant won multiple. Has Kevin Durant won championships? Ding! Right? 2-time Finals MVP, right? Won 2 championships with the Warriors, right? Has James Harden ever won a championship?
Has James Harden ever led his Houston Rockets to a finals?
Has James Harden kept blowing it in the playoffs time after time again?
Ding, 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 ding.
Like that last game is the reason why James Harden keep blowing it in the playoffs. Because he decided to be passive aggressive and not be aggressive on offense. That's the reason why they lost that last game.
So who's the third option now? Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. So let's see. Kevin Durant and Kevin Durant. I know Kevin Durant and James Harden played together at OKC, but that was different circumstances because James Harden was coming off the bench. He was the 6th man, right? But in the makers of this team on the Brooklyn Nets, right? See, Kyrie and KD was starting. James Harden went out while he was out there, you know, getting rock star lifestyle wasted, right? Shout out to Gucci Man. Right? And get that fucking ice cream cone off the side of your face, man. You look ridiculous with that shit. How you got an ice cream cone tattooed on the side of your face? Man, what the fuck is that?
It's a trademark.
Yeah, that's a trade. Well, he's a trademark ass crack for that.
Hey, something wrong. No, they call me.
Post Malone got a Dorito chip on the side of his face.
Well, Post Malone's a culture vulture. Fuck him.
No, Gucci. No, Guap. Don't do that.
I don't think people started doing that shit till Mike Tyson, right? Really? Like,
yeah,
the tattoo on the face?
Mike did it, but it wasn't popularized until Gucci did it.
Gucci.
He popularized.
It looked kind of cool with Tyson though. For some reason, he carries it all.
Because he's Tyson.
Right.
Who gonna tell Tyson that tattoo is horrible?
Like, man,
when that happened, they thought Tyson lost his damn mind.
I thought he did. Yeah.
I remember when he did it because I think it was before he fought Clifford Etienne.
Yeah.
When he fought Clifford Etienne, what the fuck is on the side of Mike's face? Yeah, I just got a tattoo. You know, I just was bored. Take that tattoo.
Yeah. What the fuck, yo?
Yeah, it was spinal, bored. Yeah, but these dudes be getting weird tattoos, man. Like, you know, like Mario. I don't know, like Mario Brothers on his back, and I don't know.
No, what's no?
Like they do understand that's not gonna look good when they get like in their 70s and 80s, right?
Yeah. Motherfucker be in retirement homes.
Tattoos, that's me.
Motherfucker be retirement homes with faded ice cream cones.
Yeah,
and liver
you
spots
having
all
an
over
ice
your
cream
face.
cone on your face? That's ain't right.
That motherfucker be all faded and shit. Liver spots.
Just like ice cream, it's gonna always melt down. It's gonna melt down.
It's gonna be all melted.
It's gonna be melt down.
Back in my day.
Have y'all seen Snoop Dogg's hairline lately, man?
Snoop Dogg hairline. What about it?
it's starting like I think he's starting to look like Coolio with his hair now, man. He needs to I don't know, Coolio.
No, but who you say start looking like Coolio?
Snoop Dogg with his hairline.
Oh, you mean Snake Dogg? Mm.
Oh, Snoop. Oh,
Yeah.
Snoop, aka Snake.
Yeah, Snake Dogg.
Yeah, I've been noticing, like, because like Snoop always kind of had like a hairline that always looked like it was like 2 inches like below normal anyway. But yeah, I have noticed that with Snoop, it's pushing back.
Like Stevie Wonders.
No, Steve. No, God.
Well, Stevie, man, somebody should have been told Stevie about that one, man.
Who gonna tell him? Who gonna tell him? He can't see it.
Somebody need to do something with that because that was ridiculous.
He can't see it, but
just like
you think time Snoop Dogg cut his hair?
I don't care about that snake.
Yeah, Snoop is a piece of shit, man.
Two-Face.
Yeah, I think he. I mean, I got my theories about him, but I don't want to get into it. I think he's a double agent.
Double agent. No, he's a snitch. God damn it.
Yeah.
Like everybody should know because he play a snitch. Like, Training Day, a wheelchair. Who he snitched on? The Sandman. He was on Starsky and Hutch. A snitch, a former pimp. That was
that movie. That's the most terrible movie I've ever seen.
That was a informant. It tells you what he.
The movie with Owen Wilson and Ben Stiller.
Right.
Oh, that movie was fucking awful,
so bad.
Man.
That movie sucks, man.
He played a former pimp who was a foreman.
He was a snitch in Training Day.
A pimp that turned a rat.
Yes, a Training Day. Yeah.
They should have had the original. They should have Antonio Fargas in that movie instead of Snoop Dogg.
Because Fargas
might be 80 now.
That's right. Right from with the band and the pop. I had him right there, and I was mad that man was jealous of that man. Instead of just being cool with it, he was jealous of that man.
I need me some money. But yeah. Hey man, you see. Who getting dunked on tonight?
I don't know. Because back in the days, poster routes used to be crazy. Everybody used to be getting dunked on was crazy back in the days, but now it just started dying down.
Everybody shooting threes, man.
Yeah, everybody want to shoot threes. Yeah,
everybody want to shoot threes. You got motherfuckers got dang on Jokic and all these. They did that in Euroball. So I noticed a lot of Euro stuff is starting to migrate over to the United States. Not just
you got Boston versus Philadelphia tonight. Then you got Nuggets versus the Suns. Michael Porter Jr. supposed to be back tonight.
Yeah, but I don't know how many minutes he's gonna play because he's been out due to COVID. So for all we know, he's probably and Mike Malone. I hate that motherfucker. I just want look. The only thing that's saving me from wanting to kill him really is the fact that his birthday is the day before mine. So so he a Virgo. So I spare his existence. But god damn, he's one of the more infuriating head coaches out there in the league, man.
And we got the Brooklyn Nets against the Cleveland Cavaliers.
They should blow him out. But if they keep playing defense like this, man, look, that's going to be cause for concern. That's why I was like. When everybody talk about
lazy on defense right now, they ain't playing no defense. They just lazy. There's not much defense.
I was like, come on, man. I'm a little worried.
I mean, they could just get like a center or some like a good like power forward or someone who actually has good decent defensive skills in the D League or something. Give him like a non-guaranteed contract, and there you go. To get able to mesh well over there.
Oh, 6. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, sure. Y'all winning? Okay, whatever. I don't. I ain't no fan of goddamn on Doc Rivers keep blowing 3-1 leads and shit like that.
Yeah, something like that, Rivers. Yeah, the team.
And
Come
shout
on,
out to
guys, we got to run some more intensity in this. Come on now.
shout out to the homie Jacob Jennings for his Cash App donation. He says for hot wangs, for hot wangs and blue cheese, man. I appreciate you, man. If you want to donate, I'm gonna put my thing in the chat. Hey, shout out to my boy TJ Sports and Entertainment. Hey, he has his own channel now. He started his own channel last weekend. So you go subscribe to the brother TJ Sports and Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? That's the homie down in South Cat. You know what I'm saying? Jim Clyburn country. Yeah, that's it. Hey, fish fry, right? Hey, TJ. Hey, you going to his fish fry this year? Hey, if you do go, hey, I need you to take me a picture of what kind of fish they serve over there, because I'm pretty sure that fucking coon ass motherfucker be serving croakers and shit. You know what I'm saying? Croakers and spots and shit.
Think you buy Kroger spot and just reheat it.
He said, hell no. Hey, so what y'all think about the game last night with the speaking of the Lakers, since we on, you know, talking about Kobe Bryant and all that. So let's talk about the game last night. So they went down to Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying? They got that dub, you know what I'm saying? You know, the now I noticed that when LeBron played like shit the other night, they would, you know, and I'm saying that they watch Myron Jones appear like the fucking Undertaker anyway. But
You know, Myron Jones is like that dude in that Adam Sandler movie. He used to pop up out of nowhere.
Oh, the you can do it guy?
yeah.
You can do it.
I'm talking about the movie Mr. D.
Yeah, Dan Snyder. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
That's
Rob
So-
Schneider.
Rob
Yeah,
Schneider.
yeah. So let's talk about this real quick. So and shout out to Myron Jones. Turn him out. All right, so let's talk about this game, right? So what are some takeaways we can look? We all know the Lakers gonna make the playoffs. They're probably gonna be like a top 3 seed, right? If not the top seed in the Western Conference. So what are some takeaways from the game last night? I'll start with all right, so let me before I start, who didn't watch the game last night?
I did.
See it. I
You
didn't
didn't
see
see
it.
it too well?
No, I didn't see it.
All right, Sean, you didn't watch the game either?
I did not watch it because I know
My
that
takeaway is Giannis supposed to be the best defensive player in the league, but he don't want to go defend the best player on the team.
I think that's by design too. So we got to talk about that. But Sterling Young, go ahead. What was your takeaway from the game last night?
Oh, it was definitely a good game, you know, especially with Giannis. I think he wasn't really going head to head with LeBron. I feel like he was going head to head with AD. You know, especially though, I gotta give LeBron respect. He was hitting them daggers with the threes. He was hitting them daggers threes, and their defense was A1. Gotta give him props for that.
T-Raw, you all right?
Yeah, I'm still.
Okay, you know, you look like you was caught up in a tornado and shit. And I'm like, damn, it's clear outside. You know what I'm saying? Let me find out there's a tornado down in Richmond.
No, I'm just dealing with this dumbass goddamn dog in this house. But what was the question now?
No, I was asking about takeaways from the game last night.
I didn't watch it. Yeah, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it, but I mean, to me, it's like this season you could clearly, just from listening to other analysis, just watching, I guess, highlights, whatever, it just seemed like there's a clear difference between the Milwaukee Bucks and this season and the upper echelon teams in the league now. Like, as opposed to the last couple of seasons, it's like Milwaukee has kind of taken a step backwards, I guess, like in the hierarchy. And I think Giannis does. I'm starting to wonder, man, if he is capable of improving his game. Like, he has the right mentality. He talks, he says the right things, but you don't really see that improvement. Like, as far as like, working on a mid-range jumper. I don't think he need to have a three, but some type of, 10 to 12 foot shot, or some type of, at least some decent type of moves added to the, as far as post moves concerned. Like, he ain't got to be like a Mikal or Olajuwon, but just something that he could do to throw the defense off track a little bit. Like, it's the same thing. Like, it's like Toronto just put the blueprint on them like a couple years ago. They're like, once you kind of neutralize him, it's like, or you kind of like wall him off, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just they're kind of one dimensional.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my thing with them. The Lakers, they're still one of the best teams in the NBA. I still think LeBron James is declining, no matter what nobody say. He's still great, but he ain't the best player in the goddamn league.
Yeah, he's getting older. Yeah,
He is declining. He has been declining for years.
Right. Right. He's been declining for years. I just think it's gradual, but every year it become more obvious.
yeah, he's getting older. He's getting a bit older. Yeah.
Right. I think the Lakers are probably favored in the West, but I don't see them as the overwhelming favorite like the media makes them out to be. I think they're beatable.
They are.
I think they are beatable. Huh?
Yeah, I did. We're beatable.
Yeah, they're beatable. So that's pretty much my takeaway from it.
For me, this game for the Milwaukee Bucks was a measuring stick.
Right.
The matter of fact, to be honest with you, this week was the measuring stick of how the Bucks are as a team and how much of a threat we need to take them in the NBA in regards to making the finals. So they lost the game earlier this week to Brooklyn off the game winner from KD, and then they get handled by the Lakers last night with LeBron. So if you're looking at the makeup of this team, they just don't have enough. And look, that Eastern Conference Finals 2 years ago, and they played that boxing one on Giannis. Giannis has shown. So the game last night told me a couple of things. One, Giannis' game has not improved as far as like his ability to shoot jump shots, right?
Mm-hmm.
Second thing, Drew Holiday, right? Where was Drew Holiday last night? So if you go off if you didn't watch the game last night and you're just going off stats, right? Because I know there's a lot of you stat nerds out there, right?
Can I say something about the game?
Hold on real quick.
Too raw. This is what I don't understand.
He had 22.7 assists, 5 rebounds, right?
Mm-hmm.
And with Giannis, he only had 25 points, 3 assists, 12 rebounds.
11 from 17 shooting.
He had 9 turnovers.
It's okay.
If you're a two-time MVP, you're supposed to dominate in that game.
He shot from the mid-range like several times. It's not like he blocked LeBron. Blocked LeBron. He made him at the rim.
In the chat room real quick. Whoever this kid trunk S44 and whatever like that. Look, I'm not trying to be better than nobody. I'm trying to have a quality channel here. I'm not trying to compete.
Oh man, here we go with that bullshit. Man, get his ass out of here.
Hold on. Don't block nobody yet. Don't block nobody yet. Right? I ain't trying to be better than nobody. Do not come in here with that divide and conquer shit. It ain't gonna work. Right? Now, it's one thing if you disagree with our takes, whatever, like these are our personal opinion, just like you have yours. But do not come in here with that divide and conquer tactic shit. That'll get your ass and thrown in the trash can. Now
I don't give a damn, Polo. If you're a 2-time MVP, you gotta show your ass up.
He should have scored 40. I feel like Giannis should have scored.
Am I seeing it different though? Because I felt he has, when y'all see it last night, LeBron tried to, he blocked LeBron, and that was a clear case of, hey, meet me at the rim. And LeBron was trying to argue the call. He clearly blocked LeBron. Now, he didn't guard him the whole time, but Giannis does play defense.
He should have guarded him the whole time. You supposed to be better. You should guard the best.
I know, but I know.
Let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about that because this is on the coach. This is on Mike Budenholzer. I think this is by design. So Mike Budenholzer would have Giannis. But then this is on Giannis. Giannis would be like, man, look, fuck that. I'm the best player. I'm the defensive player. Get me on the best guy, right? So he stuck So for most of the game, he was on AD, right? He was on AD, and AD
right.
burning his ass up.
Yeah, because I mean, Giannis is a superstar, great player, but I feel like he's afraid of competition.
Absolutely not.
No,
absolutely not.
I can't agree with that, and this is why.
Absolutely not, man.
I can't agree with that.
Giannis,
if that was the case,
Giannis is a ferocious competitor, bro.
If that was the case, he would have not taken that deal with the Milwaukee Bucks. He would have been a free agent and went and signed.
He didn't like not like pushing out from team to team. More like you always give like a good act. He doesn't.
Y'all want to see him take that next step? I see.
Is that what you meant?
All right, y'all forget what happened.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like,
y'all forget what happened the last game,
like
right?
that's what I meant. Like that. Like,
but did y'all see him shoot in the mid range? He's improving in the mid range, man. Improving. I mean, it's a little slow, but he's coming along, man.
I mean,
why wouldn't Giannis guard Kevin Durant?
He's doing better than my boy Ben Simmons. Yeah. Improving it, Jay.
But Ben Simmons sucked though, Polo. You ain't talking about him.
No, he sucked.
I'm saying he on my squad, so I gotta call it what it is, man. He's playing like shit right now.
Overrated player. He's the triple O. He's overpaid, overhyped, overrated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and what are we? Number one in the West, number one in the East, right?
Philadelphia.
No.
Yes, we beat the Celtics. Hello.
Hey,
but look at it.
We're 10-4 right now, and we got an MVP candidate.
But just because Embiid. Look at Ben. But look at Ben.
I know. Like I said, he's been playing like shit. I understand that.
Hey, since when Philadelphia played in the Western Conference? I'm curious.
I said East.
Oh, I thought you said West at first.
At first, I meant to say East.
Polo,
okay.
I respect you, man, but that ain't gonna last the whole season.
Yes, it will. Embiid is playing out of his mind. Embiid took a lot of criticism last year because he didn't carry everything like he should have last year.
Deservedly so. What do you think about Ben Simmons? Because I see how you tried to pivot there, Polo, but
look.
Like I told that one conniving
this is what I say, and everybody can disagree with me if they want to. If he is not on the court, that's his problem. It's that off the court bullshit, okay? If he needs to stay focused and be 100% invested in his game, and then he could take strides. But again, he's not confident with shooting it. Giannis is the least confident with shooting it. I give Giannis credit. It's a little slow and everything, and it's not no lights out Joe Harris shot, but at least he's trying. You got to get. But if you're not trying to shoot, getting triple singles and shit like that. Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm on Ben Simmons as no homo, pause. But I want him to get better though. Tyrese Maxey is out playing Ben Simmons.
I mean, I feel like Ben Simmons will eventually be great,
overrated.
or you know what I mean. He needs to stay away from the Kardashians or any type of white women of any matter, and just concentrate on the ball.
I'm saying this right now. He better leave the white woman alone before he get in trouble.
Just like
leave that white child alone before he get in trouble.
Hey, just like how you stay away from
if he
just like how you stay away from the Kardashians in sports, you stay away from Erykah Badu in music. All right.
Oh my God.
Oh man, come on,
before he met Erykah Badu,
They electric.
after he met Erykah Badu, this motherfucker right here dressed in pumpkin suits and shit.
Yeah,
I
like,
agree,
Ben,
LB,
Ben, but he shouldn't be the number one on any team because
Ben Simmons need to leave Kern alone.
Yeah.
Leave Kern alone.
he shouldn't be no one unless they have four shoes around him because like he ain't proven that he got what it takes to roll the game. Seems like he got used to letting his natural ability to let him coast to being above average or verge of being all NBA caliber player rather than everyone involved in his game, rather than involved in his game.
And you see young, Too Raw, what's his name? The other guy that's in here. Forgot your name, bro. Sorry. Listen, he can get to the rack easier than anybody else if he wants to. He was doing that the first couple of seasons, after he got hurt. He could easily get to the rack, but he doesn't want to be aggressive. Ben, if he really wanted to and really had that mindset, he can really score. He can get in there and score like 30 and get you, assists. His playmaking is superb, and plus a lot of people don't look at his defense either. He plays really good defense. Now I'm not gonna go as far as say elite yet, but he's giving it what he can on defense. But he's got to improve in other areas, man. I agree.
Polo, I remember when bum ass Derek Dudley called him out. He actually showed him up.
Yeah, but I never seen someone who refused to get better in the NBA when they have skill set, talent to do so. If Ben's 30 right now with no jump shot, he can move up to 15. At least maybe even talk to the NBA if you have a respectable jumper. I understand you're saying his defense improved, but he wasn't bad on it anyways. Is right about offense. If you can't produce on the offensive side, you a dead weight.
Tobias Harris.
And Ben Simmons
is outplaying, y'all.
Yeah,
and
that's
you know
what I said.
what?
Ben's like
And,
a third
Terry-
option. He's a third option player. He's like a third option.
You know what? Don't be
Rookies is
surprised if
outplaying
Ben
him.
Simmons gets traded this offseason.
Hmm?
Don't be surprised if Ben
Damn.
Simmons gets traded this offseason if they don't win.
He get traded now. Hey, T-Raw, what you got on
Yeah,
this?
man. I
What
don't
you
know.
got
Ben
Lou.
Simmons?
Hey, what you got on this T-Raw? What you I want to get T-Raw's take on it.
Well, Ben Simmons, I mean, I think he's an extraordinary talent. I think if he was playing 20 years ago, he'd be even more effective. But, the fact that he's not willing to shoot in certain situations, most situations, hesitant to shoot, doesn't have confidence in certain parts of his game. And, I mean, I don't know, man. I'm big on like time. Like this is what Ben Simmons' fourth year in the NBA. What is this? His fourth season?
I think it's like his fifth year or something like that.
Fifth season. Okay.
Fourth.
I think it's his fourth. Yes, I think it's his fifth. I think he missed his
He came out the year before Lonzo.
That
Okay,
year
so
he
it's
was
like
hurt. That first year he was hurt.
Yeah, 2016.
No,
Yeah,
right.
2016. So probably that's his.
All right, so this is his fifth season.
Sorry, Too Raw.
Right, no problem. All right. At this point, man, I think this is pretty much what we're going to expect from Ben Simmons. Like, I don't believe a guy all of a sudden is going to morph into being so much more than what he already is by his fourth or fifth season. There might be some marginal improvement, huh?
I was like, it's morphin' time.
I mean, if he do,
Damn,
I apologize.
Power Rangers.
Right. If he do, I apologize. But I think by your 4th or 5th year, you pretty much are what you're gonna be, man. You might improve marginally in some areas, but Ben Simmons is what he is.
You ready to label him a bust too, Ralph?
I don't want to say he a bust. I wouldn't use that with him. I would say more of like a margin, a slight a moderate disappointment, because he is talented, but he has a lot of liabilities, man. And I kind of agree with Lou. Like, if this year doesn't work out for Philly, like if they go out like in the second round again, and you can't put it on Joel Embiid this time, and like he plays at this level, and it's Ben Simmons that, especially the media narrative, yeah, I could possibly see him being traded this year or after this year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Get him up out of there.
Especially considering, like you said, he seems to be more interested in the celebrity aspect of basketball sometimes than actually improving his game.
I keep saying he better leave those currents alone.
Argument that we've experienced, and nice to know that you remain composed. Hey, that's that motherfucking song by Babyface. What y'all know about Babyface? Go ahead, I'm Lou the Writer. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just gonna say Ben Simmons needs to leave those currents alone, because it only take one bad night and see that current end up making that phone call. He did something to me. And I'm just saying, like, Ben Simmons, man, like, I can't take his game no more, man. They got to do something. Like, they had a chance to get James Harden, they probably would have really helped their team out. But keep your like, and plus, I think they didn't make that move, because I don't think Doc Rivers and James Harden would have got along. But Philly, they don't, like Polo said, they don't win in the East right now, but I don't think they're gonna last the whole season. I think when playoff time starts, they're gonna probably end up being a 3 or 4 seed.
Let me ask y'all something right quick. This is I just thought of this right quick. Maybe it wouldn't work. How do you think Ben Simmons would fit on Milwaukee playing with Giannis? Both of them being probably dangerous in transition like that. You think that would work, or do you think the fact that Ben Simmons can't shoot would kind of be more of a liability with Giannis in the half-court set?
Yeah, it would be more liability.
Yeah.
Really, to me, if they ran that on Showtime Lakers offense, that can probably work.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, up tempo, those two, it could be phenomenal if they kept at that pace. If they kept at that, if they, Mike Budenholzer had them playing at this pace, and they had maybe like a couple of more shooters, like with Middleton, like another shooter instead of.
It would be great if they play together with some full shooters.
Right. That's what I'm thinking, because Ben Simmons, like I said, his game in transition is dangerous. When they play up tempo type game, yeah, he can be very effective. He can imprint himself on the game that way. But a truly great player, point guard, can play in different styles and dominate different styles. When it's a half court, Ben Simmons can disappear out that motherfucker.
Ben Simmons to me seems like the guy who will work great in an up tempo offense, because the half court offense is not his game.
No.
I think like, I see what y'all saying. Man. Because listen to this. I saw when him and Booker were working out together, and when he was in the gym, y'all saw the video, or I don't know if y'all seen it. Him in the off season, he was hitting jumpers. You know what I'm saying? In pickup games and stuff like that. And I'm like, man, why can't you? He was hitting jumpers when he was before he got to LSU. But I see what y'all saying as far.
But Paul would say, like, I just seen footage where they say Shaq was hitting 80% of his free throws in practice. I don't know what it is. I'm just saying. I just seen footage of Shaq knocking down free throws in practice. But for some reason in the game, I'm serious. I just seen footage of Shaq knocking down like 8-9 free throws in a row in practice.
Right.
And you wonder why in the game he can't do the same thing. I don't know. It's something psychological with these dudes.
Polo, I seen footage of Thon Maker killing Giannis in a one-on-one game.
Thon Maker. Hey, listen.
Oh, you talking
Maker, man.
You talking about Crunchy Black?
Yeah. when Thon Maker was in Milwaukee,
I wanted Thon Maker
Thon Maker was in Milwaukee. Everybody thought he was gonna be the next superstar, but that didn't come
did
true.
too, man.
Hey, he'll be the next superstar if the lights went out.
Damn.
Yeah.
He said
like
crispy ass motherfucker.
He said Crunchy Black.
Yeah, that's why I call so there's a couple other people that qualified, you know. So there's a couple that play in the NBA looking like they overdone on the court, right? So you got dang on Reggie Jackson, right? And then you can't be Crunchy Black, and then the only thing that's on your body that's white is your fucking eyes. All right.
Man, LB said he tired black.
Yeah, motherfucker got black. So you got crispy black skin, white eyes, and yellow teeth.
LB said he commanding black.
Yeah, motherfucker got dang on.
Yeah.
You know, you can't be crispy black and then have yellow teeth. All right, and then who else? Who? Thon Maker? Yeah, you know the original overdone on Broyo, right? So I saw a game where he got into a fight over. He was overseas ball.
Yeah, we're doing that. He was kicking like.
How old is Thon Maker really?
Huh?
How old is Thon Maker really?
Wait, what you said again?
How old is Thon Maker?
How old is he? He's 23.
Is
Shit.
he really?
Yeah, he's 23.
He may be older than that.
He look older than that, man. You know what I'm saying?
That dark ass dude.
Thon Maker. How old this motherfucker is? Thon Maker. He got to be older than goddamn 23. Oh, this motherfucker 23. He's born in Sudan. That makes sense.
You know, you could have seen his older brother, his younger brother.
He crispier than his brother crispier than him?
They the same, but bald.
God damn. Like, look.
He's not 30 or something.
This motherfucker is black as my iPhone screen. I'm no my iPhone case. They're just saying this motherfucker. God damn it! Look, let me see. Maybe it's just a fucking a skid mark on my motherfucking screen.
Why he don't need to run from the cops? He can just hide in the dark.
Shit, that motherfucker. Yeah, it'd be like a goddamn missing link. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when he started YouTube channel, and shout out to my homeboy, the Underrated Darkness. Hey, you about to have a competitor called the Overrated Darkness.
No, he ain't darkness. He midnight.
Hey, what do you call it? Charcoal, match light. What is it called? Hey, or he can use his other code name.
Him and his brother, they like
his code name be Kingsford.
His brother's like midnight. They stood in the building. They look like an alley.
I mean, these motherfuckers, man, stay overdone on Royal. I'm like, God damn. He look like the bark of a brisket.
Hey, if they ever play hide and seek in the dark, he can hide at the lamppost.
Oh, they burnt his skin. Them people burnt the sun.
Why do I need night vision goggles in the daytime?
That son burnt his skin.
Hey, I'm gonna show you a picture of fucking Thon Maker. God damn it! Ooh, this motherfucker had nerve to hell in a black jersey, boy. I tell you. Woo! I'm gonna show you all the picture.
No,
What he look like?
no. Go search up him and his brother. They put them together. Oh my god.
What he look like? He stood behind the takeoff of a 747 Boeing or something.
Yeah. I want to show y'all a screen. You know what I'm saying? Hey, for those, I will caution y'all. The images you're about to see could contain graphic images in nature. Viewer discretion is advised. All right, here we go.
God damn!
All right. Look at this motherfucker right here, yo. Hey, look at that shit. That shit matched the color of his. So the color of his jersey matched the color of his skin. How the fuck is that possible? Did somebody paint that on him? Huh?
Man, you
LB, go click on the
remind me
next
of KG a little bit, man.
LB, go click on the next picture of him and his brother, the one that we're number 5.
Kevin Garnett?
No, go down, scroll down. You just right there. The fourth
Him and Bo the same color.
That's another.
God damn, his little brother is as color as he is.
Bo the same color, man.
No, Bobo darker.
I mean, look, you the bark of a brisket, man. Straight up, you know what I'm saying?
Man, come on, man. See, no wonder they be dating white girls, because of people like you, man.
They like to blend it. They try to mix together.
Hey, hold on. Hey, I'm talking why you like Becky, all right?
Hold up now. Hold up now.
Hey, he clown him so bad, he'd be like, you know what? Fuck that, man. I'm going to the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah, we running like red. Man, fuck y'all.
Yeah. He too raw. He gonna cry in the car, man.
Hey, the brothers of darkness right there, boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right there. I see it.
Brothers of darkness.
If you search your Don Marco brother,
spreading.
if you search your Don Marco, his brother, oh my god, his worse than him.
Woo! That motherfucker is crispy, boy.
Look like a burnt brown.
Hey, but you know what though?
Crispy boy. It don't
like a look like a burnt brownie shit.
Hey, LB.
Hey.
It looked like he used the gauntlets, right?
Yeah.
I got a cousin that's like high yellow, right? And she dated a dude that was like about 6'10", and he was that color. And she was like, hell yeah, I like him dark like that. We was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So he might be able to pull, you know what I'm saying, a nice little stallion like that, man.
Crispy boy.
You know, he got the height.
Who's that player that
he was? Oh, go ahead, young.
No, who's that player that's darker than Dawn? I forgot his name was Tony something.
Darker than who?
Darker than Dawn was Tony Snell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That nigga.
He played for the Bulls. Or he used to.
No, he played for Atlanta.
Hold on.
No, I'm saying he used to play for the Bulls.
Yeah. Tyrone Hill was darker than the motherfucker too.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that motherfucker was like 3 o'clock.
Yeah, he was dark, but Tony Snell. Oh my god, Tony Snell. Oh my god.
That motherfucker was past midnight.
No, that nigga Tony Snell was worse.
He said past midnight. 3 a.m.
I mean, you look like this motherfucker up dread.
With dreads on the head.
God damn, boy. Hey.
Y'all haven't seen him with dreads? Y'all haven't seen him with dreads? Oh my god.
Oh, I don't see
that man.
Dread. Oh hell no.
Hey, I'm about to do my Minister Society. We're supposed to be brothers.
We just making Chop Lord. We just making fun of these dudes, man. Ain't no self-hatred around here.
Yeah, come on with that. Get off your fucking high horse, motherfucker. Shit.
We're supposed to be brothers.
Come in with a username called Chop Lord. You should change that name to Chopsticks.
Please. All right, nigga. If that's the best that you could come with, man, L, you need to come around my family shit.
What's that?
They was slow roast y'all motherfuckers, man. And won't even care. They don't care how mad you is either.
Man, I don't care. You think I give a fuck how mad somebody getting all that, man? Fuck that, man.
They'll be ready to fight somebody.
Let's get them madder. Let's get them madder.
That's the difference, right? I want to address Chop Lord real quick. You know what I'm saying? Or Lord Chop, or whatever you want to call yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we can get on this Bama for being extra crispy, but we not gonna let no white motherfucker do that shit to him, no.
Hey, I know that.
Like, hey, look, we can get on, we can fight our brothers and all that. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to these white supremacists, these white supremacists out here do that shit. Hell no.
L the type of knock a nigga out. He'd be like, "Nah, you can't hit him like that. I'm the only one that can."
Hold on. Hey, Chop Lord, you must not go. Hey, you must go through my timeline, because I cook white supremacists on this channel, and anybody on this panel, anybody in this channel can ask you about me and why I think about white supremacy.
Chop Lord. So that's my new nickname.
Yeah, you can really believe I keep that.
Okay.
Homie.
Okay, well then I'll call you. You cook, right?
No.
Hey, look, you a cook, right? I'll pork roast you.
Polo, I don't need no help. I got this. All right, trust me. I stand on my own too. I got this. Chop Lord. Anybody on this panel, anybody that's in this comment section can tell you how I feel about white supremacy or whatnot. We can get on this Bama, but we're not gonna let them white supremacists get on goddamn Thorn Maker, because the minute they do, I'm on their ass. So yeah.
Oh, he was in the comment section. My bad.
Yeah, he was in the comment section. Yeah. So you ain't gonna see no.
I thought you were talking about me.
That. You know what I'm saying? I keep it 100 all the time because I'm for my black people. I'm always about black empowerment. Fuck white supremacy. You know what I'm saying? And I'll kick a Bama if all these coons, all these sellouts, all these buck dancers and all that. Yeah, I'm on their ass, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because they getting their daily bread from white daddy, right? So
hey, Lou and Tura, LB gonna be like Dave Chappelle.
Hey, Chop Lord, not only I keep the same energy when it comes to these white supremacists, my energy gets even more intense. Now, you must not know about me. You must not know about me.
You gonna be, hey, LB, you gonna be like Dave Chappelle, white power.
Fuck that. White power. Look, there's only three. There's the only things in my body that's white. Okay, my eyes, my teeth, and my sperm. All right.
I thought that was yellow.
What?
Yellow. You need to go to the doctor.
Yellow. Hello, yellow.
Oh, wait for y'all to catch that shit. Wait.
See, yellow.
Ain't no yellow around here.
We got some internal issues going on.
Who rocking yellow? That's what.
Hey,
some of the damn goddamn porn stars and shit.
Whoa. I don't know how I barely see porn stars do that. I barely see porn stars do that. I barely see porn stars messing with yellows. And then it's white and black. That's it.
Black.
It's Hispanics. It's some Hispanics.
You said black.
That's it. White and with some Hispanics. Yeah.
They come with the cream and shit.
Now, hey, you might mistake that for piss or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's the problem. Yellow, that's a problem. Bladder, like the bladder's out of control.
Yeah, that's the shit to learn about you.
Yeah, because if you say it's yellow, then something wrong with your bladder.
No, is there a burning sensation along with this?
Something wrong with your bladder.
No. Who in here has an itch? The motherfucker JB Smooth.
Itch.
Man, you ain't seen Barbershop, man?
Which one? It's the third. It's all three of them.
The last one with Nicki Minaj and JB Smooth. He was he was the corner guy, and he was like, "Yeah, who in here has an itch?" No, I like JB Smooth, man. That's my nigga.
Yeah, he's funny. I remember him from
Curb Your
He been in a lot of different movies, but I remember him when he was in that. What was that movie? Pootie Tang.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh, you hate Pootie Tang? Oh, I love that.
I remember JB Smooth on Real Husband Hollywood. Listen.
I like them in Curb Your Enthusiasm.
No, Real Husband Hollywood was funny.
I think he was on the Chris Rock show too, back in the day.
Yeah, Chris Rock is a fucking coon, man. I don't like that motherfucker.
He ain't. Look, people say, Chris Rock is funny.
But he used to not be like that,
Yeah,
I know he's not.
Yeah, but people
on
say
the come up, he was nothing like this.
Oh no, hell no! When he did bring the when the mid-90s, no, Chris Rock kept it 100.
Shit, I'll take it further than that. I'm gonna get you suckers.
Oh yeah, that's I forgot about that.
Yeah, but
one rib.
But he's funny, but in the white community, because he did Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, my top three
came from that.
Red Fox, Richard Pryor, and Eddie Murphy.
That's 4. Right? He said Richard Pryor.
I said Red Fox, Eddie Murphy, and Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
What about Tracy Morgan, man?
Oh hell no.
Really, dude?
No?
Really, dude?
You don't like Tracy Morgan?
He all right, but he ain't.
He ain't up there with them. Tracy Morgan funny as hell.
He all right, but I don't put him above Red Fox, man, and goddamn Richard Pryor.
I'm gonna put my 3 in. Okay, I'm gonna put
Eddie of all time or SNL?
All time.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. My bad.
I'll put my 3. I'll say Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, and that was hard. I'll say Bernie Mac.
That's not a bad combo. What you think, too, Ro? What's your top 3 comedians?
Damn, do I got to make it 3?
Yeah.
You gotta limit it to 3.
I'd say Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, and shit, man. This might sound weird, but Dave Chappelle.
Oh, hey, not a bad one.
Man, he got COVID too, man.
What?
Yeah, he does.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Shit, Eddie Murphy was hilarious, man. When he did that fucking Goonie Goo Goo.
Raw. Which one y'all like better, Raw or Delirious?
Delirious.
Raw. I say Raw.
I say Delirious.
Delirious.
Hey, which one was it where he talk about getting caught fucking he got caught fucking red-handed and the girl was like, I hate you. And he like, girl, it wasn't me. And then you like, well, maybe what did you? Ooh! What was that one? That was on Delirious?
But what was that?
So he made the joke about getting caught red-handed fucking another girl, right? And then he was like, hey, it wasn't me. And she was like, well, maybe it wasn't you.
Because he had the red suit on in Raw, and in Delirious he
didn't have the red suit on Raw. He did not have red suit on Raw.
No, that one. No, the one he talked about was when he got caught. No, that's what it was. So he was caught. His best man got caught fucking red-handed. He got caught fucking another girl red-handed by his girl, right? So the girl was like, I hate you. I can't believe you do that to me. And he's like, yeah, I fucked up. Fuck. I fuck her, but I make love to you.
That's Raw.
Oh, that was Raw?
Yeah, that was Raw.
Okay, then that's the one I like right there. That's the one. Boy, that thing was funnier than a bitch though when he said that, boy. So what's the one where
was Delirious the one where he did the gay honeymooners jump?
What?
The gay honeymooners.
Yeah, Raw. He had the blue one. He had the blue suit on. or purple.
He didn't have blue
And
and
then,
purple and black. It was purple and black.
it was purple and raw, and then
Yeah,
in
it was
the
purple
lyrics
and black. And then
he had red.
he had a glove.
He had red and raw.
No, this one.
I mean, in the lyrics.
This why I know Eddie was killing. He had a glove and raw. He had a glove and he had a ring in the glove.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn.
I didn't mean blue. I meant purple. We had VHSs back then too.
Oh, I don't remember that particular joke. I gotta look at that one again. The one joke I do remember when he talks about Confucius. He's like, Confucius says, boy, that was my boy. I remember listening to that one in Atlanta, boy. I would laugh my ass off. I almost got myself in a car accident.
Yeah, I remember the delirious thing, and because Eddie was like, hey, I'm just tired and winded, and then some white lady, she was like, do Mr. Robinson. Do Mr. Robinson. And then Charlie Murphy out of nowhere said, "Shut up, bitch!" And just
Life was a classic, man.
He's like, "Shut up, bitch!" And just
Man, that Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Story shit was funny, man.
Man, by far the most classic shit, bro. By far the most classic shit, man. That thing used to have me dying. But as far as like Chappelle Show go, man, I tell you my two favorite skits, right? So my second favorite skit is when Keeping It Real goes wrong, and they had the two women in the house eating popcorn and shit, and the woman called the phone, and the woman she hung up. And the girl was like, "Fuck that! I don't like nobody playing on my phone." Right? So she fucking went on MapQuest, got the address, went to the house, vandalized the car, right? Like slit the tires and poured red paint on the goddamn car. And it was like, "It was the wrong number! Fuck that! I don't like nobody playing on my phone. I keep it real." Right?
yeah.
And then it turned out it was her brother's car, who was a federal agent. and she had to do time in jail and shit. Yeah. And then when she was in the jail, the girl's like, "What's hood, bitch?" And he was like, "What's really hood, bitch?" So they started ganging up on her, right? They was like, "Yeah, such and such was trying to establish her realness. Unfortunately for her, they kept it realer." And they was beating on that ass. and then the dude was like, he looked like a little knockoff Denzel Washington. He's sitting on the couch talking about, "You want to talk about keeping it real?" And then it turned out her best friend was the one fucking him and shit.
Oh yeah,
what?
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah,
I remember that one.
Yeah,
I rember that one. That was a little twist at the end. It was the best friend.
Yeah. That's my favorite skit. And then my most favorite skit on the Chappelle Show was the Muppet skit, when they brought in all those fucking Muppets and they were talking about the different types of venereal disease. They talking about, "Hey Dave, I hadn't seen you in a while." I was like, "Dirty motherfucker." They brought in the first Muppet who looked like Ernie. They brought the first Muppet that looked like Ernie. He talking about, "The grandpas talk about self-respect, but then he takes drugs to keep his cock erect."
Ain't nobody fucking with Tyrone, yeah. Ain't nobody fucking with Tyrone.
He talk about it feels like there's a bunch of teeny tiny kitties nibbling my balls and ski on the wall.
My favorite.
Remember the Oscar the Grouch looking motherfucker? The Oscar the Grouch looking thing?
That was Charlie Murphy.
He was singing it.
Yeah.
Right, he was singing the Fuck It song.
Yeah, he was like, would you get no pussy? I say fuck it.
Yeah, my favorite Chappelle skit was the Wayne Brady.
Wayne Brady is a cook man. Oh, yeah, that's 1B.
But But don't nobody talk about In Living Color though, man. That was the groundbreaking shit right there.
We talk about Living Color. We forgot about Living Color.
I think In Living, but don't nobody really talk about it though like that though. Yeah, man. I wish they would give him more credit.
Well, Homie the Clown and Fire Marshal Bill and motherfucking who else? The men on the two games. And Damon Wayans when they play It's Rain.
The Buttmans.
Hallelujah.
I like I like the Ace and Mammoth, the main man. Like,
Hey, about let me ask y'all something about A Living Color, right? Y'all remember that time that I think they only aired it one time. They only aired it one time, and it was when Keenan was playing Billy D. Williams. It was a play on Colt 45, and they called it Bolt 45.
Oh, I remember
that. And right, and the reason why they never aired it again is because the woman was drinking. She drank all the Bolt 45s, and she passed out in the chair. And he picked her up and put her on the table, and it looked like he was about to date rape her or something. And they like cut it off after he got on top of her. I guess they got so many complaints from the FCC or whatever. They never aired that sketch again.
Nope, they never aired that sketch.
It was controversial, man. That's what I loved about it. Now that I think about it, back then I didn't think about that too, but my mom, I used to watch it with. She didn't want me watching it by myself. You know what I'm saying? That's how controversial that shit was, and it wasn't even as bad as stuff is now. But you know, back then they was doing a whole bunch of shit that sparked controversy. But I love that show.
Yeah, I did too.
The player hit his ball. When the player hitters went time traveling and shit. That's another funny ass skit. You know what I'm saying? Oh no, not that one. Not that one. The player hit the ball when it was like one dude told Ice T, yo, call me.
Yeah, you trip me out every time you mention Stephon Urkel, though, LB.
Who?
When you mention Stephon Urkel, talk about CJ McCullough, man, I always be thinking about Family Matters.
Well, yeah. When CJ McCullough plays well, Stephon Urkel. He plays like shit.
Damn, they don't make no shows like they used to, man.
Oh, who can ever forget about the head detective on Living Color?
My favorite was the Ace and Mayman skit with Jimmy Fox and Thomas Davidson. When they was like, no, because when.
And then there's the other one with Kim Williams, but she would play like the gossip lady.
Yeah.
I want to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me. No, you haven't.
Right.
Miss Jenkins? Oh, no, nobody talk about
Miss Jenkins.
Yeah, cause they was like, the Ace Man, they was fucking right, and then it's like celebrities come in, like Storm Playback came in, right, and then Mayman was like, he's like, the weed look like a microphone.
Oh yeah, that Tupac skit on Chappelle show.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Tupac skit on the Chappelle show.
Yeah.
Staying on the back, and that's a doodoo. I did it a real long time ago. Hey.
What y'all think about Jamie Foxx?
Dave Chappelle, that ain't your wife.
I wrote the song long time ago.
Oh, real long time
ago. Back in '94. Oh. I got the shit right here.
What y'all think of Jamie Foxx? Y'all don't like Jamie Foxx?
As life turns its pages, Machiavelli here, cooking rhymes for the ages. See things and stages. Wise words spoken by sages from SkyTel to BlackBerry pages. Your crew don't phase us. Busters pay us. Run up in your spot like Caesar from Planet Earth. I wrote a song a long time ago. Feel me? I wrote the song a long time ago. It was the dopest song I ever wrote in '94. Let the people voted for George W. He's a snitch. I'm talking about George W. Smith from City Council. He ran in '93 out in Oakland. You probably didn't hear about it. Time ago, way before Slim Shady was in demand, way before we dropped Maloney on Afghanistan, I wrote this song in '94. Am I doing this? Look around the club, see everyone in the place. Throwing pop up, and a smile on my face. Girl in the miniskirt, and bad days, cause that shirt don't match. There's a wooden stain on the back. You bought a gin and tonic, but you didn't even tip. And if you hit this table one more time, then the record might skip. I told you, stop hitting the tape. 1994, I'm not lying. Thug life. They should build, and they should wide. Go home. Maybe more easy, go ahead and do a bit. Maybe more they should build and do
That shit had me fucking dead. That my shit right there, man. Pick yourself up. Oh shit, it's Wayne Brady. Man.
He was running shit for a while, man.
Oh, he was the only black white supremacist. Hey, that was super controversial too.
Hell yeah. I like controversial individuals, though, man. People that push the envelope.
Yep. Fuck all these goddamn shamanites running around here. And if you don't know what a shamanite is, so if you know what, if y'all ever use shaman, I'm pretty sure everybody in this chat room used shaman at one point in their lifetime, right?
Shaman.
Full of people, all right? Well, maybe if you loot a rider, you might have a hose out back, and then you might spray your ass with water and shit. All right, I just fucking with you, bro. I just fucking with you, man. But yeah, that's my shit. Oh, this my other skit right here too.
Uh-oh.
It's Dangle. And hey, you're Chris Rock.
Dave Chappelle, close enough.
Where are you guys going?
Well, Dangle's not feeling well, so I'm taking him to the doctor.
What's wrong, Dangle?
Actually, it's my penis.
What's that?
See, it burns like hell. I have what's known as...
How'd you get it?
From...
How'd you get that? Well, fuck it. I got so much puppet ass to come from anywhere. Oh my god, man! I could watch that shit all fucking day. I could watch Dave Chappelle all goddamn day. Uh-oh.
Why, Nixon? Why? Ooh, death.
Sound wave transform. It's a V. Who's some famous comedians who I don't find funny at all? Adam Sandler.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Jerry Seinfeld. Hey, you know, not to sound racist on that because they all white, okay? But let's see who other comedians I don't find. Oh yeah, I take that back. Because there's one motherfucker who I don't find.
Dane Cook.
Huh?
Dane Cook.
He's funny as fuck.
You think he's funny?
No, there's actually one black comedian who I don't find funny, and that's that motherfucker Keegan Michael Key. That dude on Peel.
Well, to me, I'll say I don't find funny.
Hey, somebody got some background noise in the toilet.
That's Poland.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but yeah. So comedians I don't find funny at all. So, yeah, Keegan Michael Key, he's corny as fuck. Let's see, Dan Cook, he's not funny. Oh, the joke stealer. What's her name? Amy Schumer, looking like Miss Piggy. Yeah, her ass not fucking funny either. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Stealing jokes.
I'll say Tiffany Haddish, and then
she definitely. Oh yeah, how could I forget? But Tiffany Haddish with that chocolate chip.
Tiffany Haddish funny as hell, bro.
She not funny.
Tiffany Haddish funny, bro.
No, she not.
I can't.
Hannibal Buress is not funny either.
Who?
Hannibal Buress.
Oh,
no, he's funny. No, he's funny. He's funny.
I don't like him because he's the main one that led to Bill Cosby being where he at now.
I'll say him. I said Tiffany and
Tiffany.
He only funny in movies, but not in comedian stuff. He ain't funny. I say Mike Epps.
I was just about to say that too, bro.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
He's funny in movies, but stand up.
Kevin Hart.
Hey, speaking of which, why we on the inauguration? Hey, what we was on the inauguration? Hey, what's up with that girl looking like a goddamn rotten banana on the goddamn stage doing the poem and shit?
J-Lo.
No, not J-Lo. He better doing commentary in UFC, but as a stand-up comedian, no, you better off doing Fear Factor, buddy. Yeah, he sucks as a comedian.
Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Joe Rogan's movie's funny.
He need to stick to podcast.
Yeah, Tiffany Haddish, she's not funny either.
I said that to me. Mike Epps ain't funny comedian. I'm sorry, bro. It was hard for me to watch. It's hard for me to watch this man. It's hard.
Yeah, Mike Epps, he's trash as a comedian. In the movie though, funny.
He's funny.
I think he tries too hard to be funny.
Oh yeah, you're trying too hard.
He is natural like a bob movement. You know what I'm saying? It just comes right out. You know what I'm saying?
Funny.
Huh?
Yeah. Stop. Just get off the stage.
I kind of agree, man. Like I think, like as far as comedians, I don't find funny is Jerry Seinfeld, Amy Schumer. I'm trying to think of some other comedians outside of them. I agree about Dan Cook. He's not funny. Oh, I'll tell you somebody else who wasn't fucking funny. Carlos Mencia. Remember him?
Oh, yeah. You talking about that fat Mexican dude?
Right.
Yeah. Fuck
he was a joke stealer, too.
Yeah, he was a guy. Yeah, well, not only he was a joke stealer, that motherfucker looked like he steal goddamn, a bunch of goddamn tacos from the buffet line.
And you know who's underrated though to me as a stand-up?
Who?
Damon Wayans.
Damon's no, I don't say underrated because he's very funny. Damon's funny.
No. What I mean is
funny.
No. What I mean is when I say underrated, I think he should be rated higher than most people put him at. Like when they talk about the funniest comics, like I think stand-up wise, man, he was a beast.
Oh yeah, David Wayans, he was funny as hell. I tell you who my favorite active comedian is. Earthquake. That's my favorite active comedian.
Earthquake.
Oh, Earthquake.
That motherfucker funny as hell, boy.
Hell no. I remember he said hell no. I cheat all the time.
What y'all think about
that motherfucker?
Bruce?
Huh?
Bruce? Ooh.
Yeah, Bruce.
Yeah, I like Bruce too.
Bruce.
I remember he told the story of I remember he told the story of fucking this one girl talk about Match.com. I'll find a girl with a mustache on my own.
No, I like Bruce. The Krispy Kreme joke. Oof.
I ain't ever heard the Krispy Kreme joke. I gotta listen to that shit.
You talking about the joint where he was at the you talking about the joint where he was at the store or whatever. They told him about the deals. You talking about that joke or something else?
Something else. No, something else. He said the Krispy Kreme when he said the donuts. He said the Krispy Kreme donuts will make you wreck your car.
He definitely not lying about that, because I tell you right now, I almost hit the side of a Krispy Kreme one day, you know what I'm saying, trying to eat a donut. I'm trying to open I'll tell y'all the story real quick, right? This is like a Saturday afternoon, and I wanted some goddamn donuts really bad, right? You know what I'm saying? And I saw the hot light on, so I'm like, that's the only time you go to Krispy Kreme, right? You don't go to Krispy Kreme no other time unless the hot light on, right? So I go there, I get my load, I get my half dozen hot, you know what I'm saying? I can't do dozen because I get too fat. So I get my half dozen and shit, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to open, I got the car in motion. Hand ain't on the steering wheel because I'm trying to fight to open the box. You know what I'm saying? At the side of the bushes and shit. I was like, oh man, I almost crashed that car trying to eat donuts and shit.
Brooklyn about to find a big man nobody never heard about.
Man, we ain't talking about that right now. We talking about comedy.
Who I say is not funny. Damn, it's a something.
Not funny no more.
Who?
Oh yeah, DL Hughley, he not funny neither.
Yo, Hoogie? Oh.
He used to be funny when you used to talk about people.
He used to be. Man.
What's up, Randy S? Salute to you, homie. Yeah, man, that motherfucker not funny no more. Larry the Cable Guy, nope, didn't like him either. Now Cedric the Entertainer.
You like Larry the Cable Guy?
No,
Cedric funny. Cedric funny.
I ain't like him. But Cedric the Entertainer, I did like him though. When that motherfucker made that joke about he made that Jamaican song about peanut butter, no jam, no jam.
No, I'll say the most underrated comedian forgot is Joe Torre.
The baseball manager?
No, Joe Torre, the comedian.
He's in the baseball manager.
Chicago for Poetic Justice. Chicago for Poetic Justice.
Oh. When you say Joe Torre, that's
right.
I know.
Brush that weak ass fade.
Guy Torre's more funny than Joe Torre.
He's funny, yeah, because I remember he talked about somebody's mother. He was like, "Hey yo," he said, "Hey yo, man, my mother's." The one guy was like, he got fed up. He said, "Hey, yo, man, your mother." He said, "My mother's dead." He said, "Well, give me a show so I could dick to beat you up and tell more jokes about." I'm like, nigga.
Steve Harvey.
Wasn't funny.
I like Steve Harvey. I like I don't like his coonish ways, but as a comedian, he funny. I like Steve Harvey. He tell jokes and shit. You know what I'm saying? He make me laugh, especially when he does. He be getting on all the white people on Family Feud.
Hey, this still make me laugh to this day. That time Steve Harvey talking about what's gonna be when Judgment Day comes around. Gilbert. He's up there when you standing in front of a guy, you doing like this, go to hell. And he said, "Oh hell no!" Like, oh, that way, okay.
And then whoever
have you ever seen God?
No, I said go ahead.
Have you ever seen Godfrey's impression of Steve Harvey?
Yeah, that was
Godfrey underrated too. Godfrey.
Yeah, really.
Godfrey's really funny.
Man, that shit funny as a
Dude
motherfucker.
on the side and let the bro out in the side. Hit the dude in the side. Loud doodle ass nigga.
Hey, Too Raw. Who does a morning prank call better? The Ricky Smiley show or the Steve Harvey show in the morning?
Nephew Tommy.
Because he be having them up to the point where I'm like, man, that motherfucker gonna kill you, boy. Like you gonna fuck around one day, man, they gonna fucking come up missing behind that shit, man. He be making them motherfuckers infuriated.
No, he got celebrities pissed too. He got some celebrities, yeah.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
That's right. He has gotten some celebrities. Right, you're right.
Hey, who that one guy who the van his name is Jeb. I can't remember his last name.
No. Cause I remember Nephew Tommy got Shaq. Shaq was like, Shaq was I thought he was about to kill Nephew Tommy.
I remember back in 2008, he was acting like he was a white supremacist, right? And he was talking in one of those southern accents, white boy accents. And he called some dude that was at the time a big Obama supporter. And he was telling the dude, you ain't gonna vote for Obama, and you better vote for McCain and support white power. Man, motherfucker, kill Nephew Tommy ass.
You ever heard that one by he said, man, you got my daughter pregnant, I'm about to come down there and whoop your ass. Dude said, come there, dude. I don't give a fuck. Come there.
I remember he did one where he acted like he was the downstairs neighbor of the guy he was calling. And the guy that he was calling, he worked at nights. And he was calling him, said, hey, man, I was wondering, man, I'm your downstairs neighbor, man. Can you keep the noise down in your apartment, man? He was like, what noise you talking about? Like, it should be no noise. It just should be my girl. And he was like, well, I don't know what's going on, man, but it's just a whole bunch of moaning and yelling and screaming coming from your apartment. So dude, like, what the fuck you talking about? It was a prank call. The girl was got up the prank call. But yeah, it's shit like that, man.
No. I remember when Nephew Tommy had pranked Ricky Smiley, because I remember he told Ricky Smiley that your girl, she ain't got no legs, but only got one crunch.
Damn.
He said, don't raise your voice at me, brother. He says, grandma don't have legs.
Hey, you know one person who I really think that's funny as hell, even though he's not a comedian, though?
Ooh.
Kenneth Copeland. COVID-19! COVID-19.
No, I tell you one person who's funny right now.
Yeah, that's what I said. LV, name me like an actor that's really should be like who should have been doing comedians. Who should have been a comedian?
Me.
No, I tell you who's funny right now. Bernie Sanders and those memes.
Oh yeah, those memes. Yeah, he's hanging outside the chicken joint. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say Anthony Anderson.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
Yeah.
He's pretty funny.
Man, I'll never forget that clip, man. I'll never forget that. He's like, that motherfucker, hey, man, got that Kenneth Copeland, man. That motherfucker was funny as hell, man. And then that motherfucker, I'll never forget, that motherfucker stuck his hand out there like he wanted to grab the COVID and shit. You know what I'm saying? You wanna him like, why are y'all sticking your hand out there? Huh? For what? Why the fuck? What the hell sticking your hand out there? Hey, I want y'all to listen to a clip of this fucking thing, man, with him and his 4 other jackasses in the background. Yeah, He got hell yeah, he got a private jet. Hey man, goddamn Creflo Dollar. You can't stop me from dreaming. Right?
You know, the person who can like made me laugh all the time, Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel, he's funny when he cuss.
Look at these. I want y'all to listen to jackasses.
The El Shaddai God. The God who is almighty. The God who is almighty. He's more than enough. He's more than enough. He is the miracle working God. He is the miracle working God.
Man, I ain't seen this kind of concert. I ain't seen this kind of shit since a rap concert back in the day. You know how all the motherfuckers have been having microphones and shit. Talk about yeah. Throw your hands in the air. They be like, throw your hands in the air. That's what that shit.
Yeah.
This motherfucker right here, man. COVID-19.
He's like one of those guys in that airport commercials. Need to get away.
Hey, the Kendrick. Hey, ain't this your granddaddy? You got the last name Copeland. Ain't this your granddaddy? I hate with the fucking 8 Learjets and shit. Talking about this the prayer plane. The prayer plane, really? Prayer plane. So let me get this. Y'all doing the work of God while y'all hunting 8 points, right? Is that the work of God? I'm pretty sure hunting 8 points is not the work of God.
Using God's name just to make profit. What kind of person is he?
Yeah. I'm doing the Lord's work, yet they got goddamn, rifles with fucking scopes on it and fucking deer paint and deer catcalls and shit sitting outside the tree talking about, yeah, you know what? If he turns his head, I'm gonna take the shot. And I just need him to come a little closer right now. I gotta come angle. Bow! Them like, woohoo! Yeah, boy, look at that shit right there, boy. I tell you. In the name of Jesus.
Love for me. I want love for me. I want love for me.
Your phone ringing?
But I already know she then you got me get it dropped by the threes. Psychopathic, I leave blood in the street.
Hey! Oh, my bad. All right, so you think
I'm sorry. Shit, right.
Not all of them. There's some legitimate people out there, but there's some motherfuckers out there that are grifters too, like Joel Osteen. He's a goddamn grifter.
Clifford Jolly.
You can't stop me from dreaming.
God wanted me to get an airplane, a private jet.
Talk about, yeah, if the Lord said I can have a plane, then you can't stop me from dreaming. If God said I can have a $65 million plane, then I can have a $65 million plane. What the fuck you need a $65 million plane for? Huh? You don't even put $65,000 in the neighborhood, but you want a $65 million plane? So let me get this. You got this clean, pristine church, and the neighborhood around you is full of slums, but you want a $65 million plane, right? But they can't stop you from dreaming. Man, I had a dream one night that I had put my foot in your ass, Creflo Dollar.
Yeah, that was greedy as hell.
Hey, you want to know who was funny? Lavelle Crawford before he lost all that weight.
Ben Crawford?
He lost all the weight. Next thing you know, he ain't the same person he used to be when you tell him comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I remember watching this one show one time where Lavelle Crawford got into it with the guy who always played Mr. Brown in the Tyler Perry movie.
Oh, that's his last name is Mann. Something Mann.
Him and David Mann were going back and forth at some award show. Everybody's on the floor laughing their ass off.
Oh yeah, David. That's his name is David Mann. I know his last name is Mann, but I know what you're talking about. I saw that clip. Yeah, that clip was funny. That clip was hilarious. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I almost pissed myself laughing at that shit. That shit was funny as hell. God dang on Creflo Dollar. And Bishop Eddie Long. Yeah, that motherfucker. Hey, Eddie, you know what? I ain't gonna say that on this channel, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace to Eddie Long. Even though Eddie Long, I wish, Eddie Long, if you listen to this video from the fucking grave, right? If you can hear, right? One day when I get enough, bravery in me right now, because I'm too scared. I'm scared of ghosts and shit. But if I get enough bravery, I'm gonna give me a Ouija board in the spell book, right? And I'm gonna call your ass up from the grave, right? And then Peter Popoff need to be on American Greed. That motherfucker's a grifter too. But anyway, I'm gonna get my Ouija board and spell book, right? And I'm gonna call your ass from the grave, and I need to ask you something, right? Because
I don't see how
I need to get this off my conscience and shit. But I'm not gonna talk about what I want to talk to you about on this channel and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because the streets is watching, right? But you know, and I know, right? Now let's talk about another grifter and what's that one reverend name? Not Peter Popoff. What's that motherfucker? Benny Hinn. Oh yeah, Benny Hinn, right? Like we talked about a couple days ago. You ain't ever heard of Benny Hinn? Man, look, this motherfucker's a grifter too, right? So I remember I saw one episode of Benny Hinn. He was in this stadium, right? And there were all these line of people, right? So all these line of people, talk about what kind of ailments they got. Like one guy got a brain tumor, another guy got, another guy leg is all fucked up from getting shot in the leg. One girl can't fucking walk, you know what I'm saying? Because, she had, spinal cord split in her back and all that, right? So let me get this straight. You got a brain tumor. He touches you. He pours some little holy water in your head, right? For all we know, that holy water probably came from the tap, right? So he pours this so-called holy water in your head, and you get to do backflips and all that type of shit, right? The girl that was sitting in a wheelchair with her spinal cord all messed up, you was able to touch her head, and she was able to get up and do a track meet around the stadium. Get the fuck out of here. You already know that's some bullshit. Motherfucking scam on Benny Hinn was never on American Greed, and if he was, I'm sad I missed it. Hold on. Is Benny Hinn all right? Hey Siri. Was Benny Hinn ever on American Greed?
Here are matches for American Greed. American Greed. American Greed, Deadly Rich. And American Greed, The Fugitives.
You're no help, Siri. You're no help at all. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, like she said, after she told me that, you said she's no help. She's like, what? Whatever then?
Oh no, that wasn't Benny Hinn. That was goddamn Jim Baker. Jim Baker was on the episode of American Greed.
He's still alive?
Yeah, he is, unfortunately.
Is that the guy on the 700 Club?
No, that's Pat Robertson.
Hell, I can't believe he's still alive.
Yeah, Jim Baker. Them motherfuckers all. So let me see. Prep, preacher, profiteer. Hey man, some of these episodes of American Greed, man, I'm telling you, man, this shit is funny. Yeah, man, I need to get Alexa, man, because yeah, this shit right here, man.
Google's better than Siri.
Huh?
I said, okay, Google's better than Siri.
Yeah?
Yeah. Alexa is also good too.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if they had a ghetto version of Alexa.
How much?
I said, imagine if they had a ghetto version of Alexa.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck you want, nigga? Hey, Bonquisha, what the fuck you want? Hey, how do I make Kool-Aid? Motherfucker, look it up.
Imagine it's like a Mike Tyson version.
Yep. And then, and this the thing. This is another thing that get me, but these goddamn preachers. Right before I sign off, right? Because I got fish to fry, right? These motherfuckers out here, they be wanting to goddamn. Oh, speaking of which, hey, y'all remember when Jimmy Swagger got caught in a hotel room with a fucking prostitute?
I have broken the
I think I
belt.
see that only one time.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember that sermon. Like, I have skipped in. I have broken the laws of.
Yeah, that motherfucker was crying. That motherfucker holding that microphone like how a prostitute held his dick, and he was like, "I have seen."
So like Paul Bear.
Yeah.
Man, at the time, he was one of the most popular priests in the country, in the world.
Yeah, Jimmy Swagger. Yeah, at that time, he was one of the more popular televangelists and whatnot. And, and then, but when he was in that hotel room, you know what I'm saying, when she was, putting that tongue around that tip of that cock, right? She was like, "Thank you, Jesus," and whatnot. Then Sunday, after he got busted, right? I have seen, I have broken all the Lord.
Wow.
I know people had to be looking at his wife talking about, why wasn't you doing your job? Why was he out there trying to get some cocaine juice?
Mm-hmm.
It's like Hillary Clinton letting Bill Clinton get topped off, but he's not doing it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. Yep. So I remember this back in 1988. God damn, I was young back then. I probably was like 9 years old and shit.
1988.
Yep, 1988. This happened in 1988. I'll read the article to y'all, right? TV evangelist Jimmy Swagger under investigation, right? So TV evangelist Jimmy Swagger, who accused PTL leader Jim Baker of sexual misconduct, is being investigated by the Assemblies of God Church amid reports of similar allegations. Now, the denomination 13-member executive presbytery met with Swagger at his headquarters for nearly 10 hours to discuss matters that could affect his credentials with the church. Mrs. Turnage would not give details of the investigation, but said it's a critical situation and that Swagger is cooperating. The Assembly of God stripped Baker of his credentials. ABC Nightline, citing sources it did not identify, reported that church officials at the meeting were showing photographs purported to show Swagger and a known prostitute going in and out of a motel room. Yeah, was the Rock'em Sock'em Hotel and shit. Anyway, so one unidentified church official told ABC that the photos were open to interpretation. Now, he did not deny the church official that he'd been with a prostitute, right? The Assemblies of God defraud Gorman for immorality and conduct unbecoming to a minister. Yeah, because when you get your dick sucked in a hotel, that's conduct unbecoming a minister, okay? When you get your ass licked, that is conduct unbecoming a minister. When she's bouncing on you on your shit like it was a pogo stick, raw, and you ain't had enough class to wear a condom. Yes, that's conduct unbecoming a minister. When you pulling her hair back and her shit smell like the catch of the day, but yet you still go up in it, right? That's conduct unbecoming a minister. Anything look, whether you go in it, you put your deposits on the fucking carpet for the maids to vacuum up and all that type of shit, right? All that, right, is conduct on becoming a fucking minister. When you out there as a minister, right, and you're giving your sermon on Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon, and you scratching yourself down there in your church robe, yeah, that's conduct of becoming a minister. Damn, I think that bitch give me cramps. Oh dear God.
Yeah, make the mentor start dancing like James Brown up on stage. Get up and go! Get up and get on up! Oh! Like, if you can't keep it in your pants, you don't need to be a preacher.
Oh, hey, here you go. When you go to pee, oh, Jesus, oh, it hurts.
Those type of pastors can be even bad name to Christianity. I'm like, man. I mean, I never heard most of them, so I just usually follow the smaller churches and stuff, so it's not really a big deal for me.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, but if you see a preacher living in a mansion and got a net worth of $100 million, something ain't right about that.
Nope, I'm definitely not right about that.
I mean, I'll say like a small few deserve it, but the other ones, nah, they don't deserve it. Yeah, I agree to that. Like small few that actually, did the community and also like do other things, and they do it legally and not to, cheating and doing fidelity and all that BS. Yeah, those they don't deserve it, but for the small few, they deserve it. I'll say like
right.
10%, like 10-50% at best. But
all right, y'all, I got to get up out of here, man. But it's good to chat with y'all, Sean, Lou the Writer. Hey, make sure you go subscribe to Lou the Writer Sports. Shout out to my brother Too Raw for TV. Go subscribe to this channel if you have not done so, right? And I thank everybody for being in the chat room. Everybody that's watching this video, everybody that's going to watch this video, I appreciate y'all. Hit like, subscribe. But this your boy. Scream at me. Hey!